What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 97 of Bearded Banter, the gaming podcast where I didn't tell you guys this beforehand, but I ate too many tacos like an hour ago.
Oh no.
I might be dying. So, if you hear me belch directly into the mic during recording, don't worry about it. It's just the tacos killing me from within.
His stomach is about to reverse in on itself.
Yeah, my stomach's going to play the Uno reverse card. I'm just going to, implode.
Was it Taco Bell?
No, it's homemade.
Oh, so
homemade.
It was actually
so
tacos.
The good shit.
So it was food.
It was food that was edible. Yes.
Hey! Taco Bell is good, you motherfucker.
Look, I like Taco Bell, but it's only the bare definition.
You gotta admit, man. You gotta admit,
it's only I don't know if it's food. It's legally food, but I don't know if it's actually food.
It's right in that
edible.
thin line.
It's edible.
Oh God!
Need I remind you? You Americans don't have Fry Supreme.
Oh,
what's that?
Yeah, you guys don't.
Exactly.
You don't have the Fry Supreme.
Fry Supreme is pretty much what some people will genuinely go to Taco Bell only for Fry Supreme. It's like fries with, I believe it's sour cream and green onions and tomatoes, I think.
It's just loaded fries, but they make it at Taco Bell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite good, actually.
Welcome to Beer Banter, everyone. The podcast where we talk about video games.
The food review podcast.
You know what? We could make a food podcast at some point. Honestly,
there's podcasts about everything. Fuck it, the food podcast.
Fuck it. Here.
Why not?
Bearded diners. I don't know.
Oh, what's he gonna do? He's taking a bite of what? Sour peach.
For $1.
Welcome back to Bearded Banquet.
Bearded Banquet.
You know what? You can be the host of Bearded Banquet.
Bearded Banquet.
I don't have a beard.
Well, grow one.
I can't.
Welcome back to Bearded Banter, everyone. I am Shane, your host, the Bearded One. With me are my, as you can see, slew of co-hosts. As always, we got Ryan, we got Matt, and we got Spenny down here. How we all doing tonight, boys?
All right, hanging in there.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday night, got to go back to work. So, meh.
Now, see, us Canadians are fortunate because tomorrow is our holiday, so
Matt
has to work still, but he gets paid that. He gets that bag.
I get double time and a half, so I'm literally not complaining. Fuck, I'll go work. I get to sit up, literally, considering my considering my job and where I'm working tomorrow. I will literally be sitting on my ass for 8 hours. I can just fucking read a book or do something at my work and get paid 8 hours, double time and a half for doing nothing. That seems like a win to me. Honestly,
you can goon.
I'm not on the company premises, Shane. Maybe outside.
Hey,
Shane,
if they don't catch you,
Shane, why must everything come back to goon?
Yeah.
Well, as we all know, Bearded Banter is the podcast for gooners. And I'm not proud of that.
Shitting on company time.
Certified gooning podcast.
Boss McStollar, I make a time. That's why I poop on company time. Anyway, we're here to talk about the video games. And as you can see, it is the end of June, which means that it is post E3 season. And as always, we usually have an E3 show on this podcast. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to be talking about the quote-unquote E3, not really, but pretty much, that happened a couple weeks ago. And we're going to be talking about everything. We're doing a different format this time. Because what I usually do is I go through all of the presentations one by one and go through all the announcements really detailed. This year, we're doing it chill. It's a vibe podcast. We're just going to be shooting the shit. We're going to talk about how we felt about the thing as a whole. And we're going to talk about the three big presentations that happened, that being Summer Games Fest, the Xbox Showcase, and the Nintendo Direct, because those are obviously the ones that everyone wants to talk about. If you want to throw in anything here or there, some of the smaller stuff like Devolver or Ubisoft, go right ahead.
Both of those had a couple of things I want.
Yeah, but we're primarily going to be talking about those 3 shows. We're going to talk about general thoughts on each of them, some of our favorite announcements, and yeah, we're just going to be shooting the shit, talking about how Jeff's Summer Game Fest plus other additional shows went this year. Seems like Spencer died.
I think his camera was glitching a little bit. I noticed it like blinking like a few times.
It happens.
It's unfortunate, but
yeah.
He heard Jeff Keighley in Summer Games Fest.
He dipped.
Fucking immediately dipped out.
Like just immediately.
No. He was told to wrap it up. So.
Oh yeah. Please wrap it up. Please wrap it up.
Please wrap it up.
Please wrap
oh,
it
you're
up.
Still here. Okay, at least you're still here. Okay.
I can hear you. I just cannot. You cannot see me yet. Give me a second. I love when my technology doesn't work.
Well, while he's fixing his camera, let's just get into the general discussion. There he is. Let's get into discussion as a whole, guys.
Yes.
Okay. Now that our E3, not really, but pretty much has wrapped up, what do we think about the week as a whole? Let's start with I miss E3. Let's start with Ryan. Ryan, what did you think about the whole summer gaming bonanza?
I thought it was all right. Not one of the overall strongest we've seen, but still the spirit of E3 very much alive generally in terms of what was there. Like we've had rough E3s before, so it's not like this was like a huge standout of like, oh, this wasn't as good as E3. There's been plenty of bad E3s in the past. But like I would say Nintendo did a really good job. I think the Direct was fantastic. Xbox did a very solid job, a number of very good things there. Those two were definitely the standouts, I would say. PlayStation was kind of Summer Games Fest was okay. Had some decent things here and there. But like overall, I'd say a lot of it is we're feeling a bit of this feels like somewhat of a transitional period, especially because when you look at last year with how loaded 2023 was, and you look at next year, 2025 is fucking stacked, dude. Like when you seriously step back and look at it. So this feels like more of a transitional cooling year somewhat before the ass gets blown out a second time for next year.
Before 2025 gets its back blown out, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, dude, literally right off the bat, we've got GTA 6, Monster Hunter Wilds, Metroid Prime 4, fucking modern trilogy Doom 3. Like that's like that's insanity. Like that alone.
Yeah. Matt, what did you think about the Jeff Keighley Summer Gaming Bonanza?
Man, I miss E3. That's fucking,
all right. We'll call it here, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Man, I miss E3. Jeff Keighley, you are a hack and a fraud. Please retire.
Tell us how you really feel.
Holy shit!
I'm so done with this man.
Man, he's going for the throat, man.
No, he's a fucking okay. So like, I thought the week as a whole it was fine. There's a lot of good stuff there. Nintendo and Microsoft killed it. Microsoft killed it. I can't wait for Microsoft to actually kill everyone involved with that presentation afterwards. Sony was fine. They didn't have anything to show anyways. They're probably saving all their stuff for next year anyways. So like whatever. But like in general, this just made me really loathe the lack of E3. I really feel like I miss kind of like the more tangible feeling that E3 had. Even if like yes, like I know people like if you were there and the people were there in the moment for E3, like a lot of the cringe stuff that happened there. But at least it was real. It was live. It was tangible. There was like an enthusiasm. It was sincere cringe. And there's something respectable about that. I love that shit. Unironically.
Here, we will never reach that level.
You know what a lot of these felt like? They felt like fucking company ass spreadsheets. They felt like shareholder presentations lobbied to the public with some exceptions. Like there's some exceptions. The Nintendo Direct being the obvious one because Nintendo's been doing this for so long. Now they've been doing it for like a decade. Now they have this down to like a science.
Nintendo pioneered the digital showcase. So of course
they
did.
They did. Yeah. Even Xbox, as great as that show was with all the stuff they showed, felt very corporate and very
We
chill.
cannot wait for you all to play Call of Duty Black Ops 6 day one with Xbox Game Pass.
Like, not to sound like a fanboy, because Lord knows I get accused of that on Twitter enough. It really does feel like a lot of ways with presentations like this, everybody is trying to copy what Nintendo has already mastered years ago, but not doing it as well. Like, there's a reason why Nintendo Directs are constantly the most hyped up of any presentations, because they have the pacing down. They know what games to show in what order to get people excited. Like, your expectations for it are higher.
Yeah, exactly. I just, and fucking like, and the fact that like, I think the lack of a show floor, lack of an actual audience, everything being online just really fucking, Summer Game Fest is the only one that really had like an audience. And between this and the Game Awards last year, Jeff Keighley, again, you're fucking hack. Retire, stop it. You like, you don't like, I'm saying he doesn't I get sick of him every time I hear every time he shows up, because it's like he's becoming increasingly more insincere as time goes on, which ironically makes him funnier to watch, but not in a good way. So, but that's my thoughts. The actual games I have more thoughts on. I like whatever.
Okay, Spenny, what did you think of Jeff's blowout bonanza backshots?
I don't have as much disdain for Jeff Keighley as Matt, apparently. Jeff's a suit. Guess what? 99% of the people in those fucking showcases are suits. I don't mind suits. In fact, Sean Layden, when he ran PlayStation, was a suit. He was a corporate man, but he owned it. And that's why I loved Sean Layden running Sony. Because, the guy was a shareholder numbers man. He was not, but he wasn't trying to be your friend. Like Phil Spencer, right, is trying to be your fun uncle that,
No, he's really, I feel like after the whole debacle with the Tango and Arcane closures, he's really trying to play into the Uncle Phil.
And it's
the Uncle Phil persona
worse.
that people have created online, and it's not looking that great for him.
It's not, because the original Uncle Phil persona wasn't created by him. It wasn't an industry suit thing. It was just fans saw him and saw the assumed genuine care that he has for video games and went, you know what? This feels real enough that I can kind of connect with him. I can't connect with everybody else.
You know what it feels like? It feels like they saw like him, like Phil Spencer, as the face of Microsoft, and minds immediately went to the last time there was like a big face of somewhere in the Western gaming scene, which was Reggie. And Reg and fucking so Reggie obviously is like iconic at this point for a lot of reasons. So like everyone's like, oh, here's the new Reggie. Like there's the new Reggie, but Reggie can't be replicated. Reggie was Reggie.
Reggie was Reggie. He was one of a kind.
Yeah, the difference is Phil is trying to be like this happy, like, uncle. Hey, I play gamers too. Whereas Reggie's entire MO was basically him just making sure he always got his massive mug of I don't give a fuck juice every morning and just chug that shit down.
Exactly, which is why everyone liked him.
Remember, nobody else but Reggie has looked dead straight in a camera and went, if the game's not fun, what's the point?
And I love how he opens up the 2005 E3 conference when Nintendo were here to make games and be kick ass, and everyone's like, "What the hell?"
He was a breath of fresh air for that, and that's it. Is Jeff Keighley is a corporate man. He's a suit. Phil Spencer is a corporate man. He's a suit. He's a puppet that is trying to be your friend. The new head, I think it's Matt Ryan of Sony, doesn't really show up as much as Sean did. I
don't have an opinion on him. I don't see him enough. So
Sean Layden was a corporate man, but you knew that. And you knew that when he got genuinely interested in something, it was like, oh, this is your like 58-year-old father who's never played a video game since like Pong actually showing interest in something. So you're kind of like, okay, so this is for other people. Summer Games Fest had some super high highs, some games that we'll talk about that I genuinely think are going to be Game of the Year contenders, and some very low lows. For me personally, there were a ton of games that I don't fucking care about. I don't give a shit about. I just looking at what the Xbox Game Showcase was, I don't care about Flight Simulator. I don't give a shit about Call of Duty. But I do care about Stalker, and I do like Dragon Age. So the highs were very high and very personal, and of course Nintendo comes out to play. The lows were very low, and it just felt like the shuttering of Tango and Arcane, just like literally weeks before this, really set this thing off on the wrong foot. Same as Matt, I miss E3. I miss drunk Aisha Taylor telling me about hot assassins in the new Assassin's Creed.
Hell yeah, brother.
To the wine bar backstage a bit too much. That's what I miss. I miss Reggie. You can't. I miss Reggie losing his mind and telling a fucking 14-year-old who just played Smash that I'm going to see you next year and kick your ass.
Yeah, lighting someone on fire, asking for Mother 3.
I miss that. I miss every single year where Ubisoft got more and more deranged at E3, which was I miss Peggle 2. I miss gaming. Everyone's applauds. I miss the increasingly weird ways that Sony tried to get artsy at fucking E3 of all things. I miss that because like that's tangible. That's there.
I unironically missed the year where Sony brought everyone into a barn and had a guy play the banjo.
It's so funny. Even Sony was like, "Yeah, that was a mistake. We're never doing that again."
Like, they took people into a barn and then they took them into a field and went Ghost of Tsushima. Check out this guy playing a flute.
I think that was Sony's last E3.
Yeah, they admitted that they bungled that E3 so bad they dropped out of the next one so they could actually come to the next E3,
and then 2020 hit,
and then they just gave up,
and then they skipped 2021 as well.
Well, yeah, a lot of people did. Yeah, because E3 was fucking dead. That was the nail in the coffin. Was dead by then, anyways. Because Jeff Keighley came in and was like, "Hey, what about Summer Games Fest?
Hello, investors. Give me money. I show your game."
The greatest thing ever for myself with that was when we found out E3 was dead, and I posted a clip of Mephiles from Sonic 06 maniacally laughing, saying, "This is Jeff Keighley," and he liked that tweet.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, that's so fucking that's like super villain behavior. It's great. Like that.
See, when Jeff is like that, or when he's giving some smart-ass replies on Twitter to somebody, that's actually kind of funny. That's kind of funny.
He should lean into that more instead of trying to be as positive as possible. I wish he was more like he was when he kept getting people kept running up on stage. You could just tell he's fuming.
Yeah.
That's why I like kind of like Todd Howard, because Todd Howard always looks like he's fed up with everyone's shit every time he's on stage.
You know what Summer Games Fest was missing? It was missing someone trying to assassinate Jeff Keighley. That's the sauce it was missing.
Well, Matt, you know what it is? Todd Howard, even though he is still a snake oil salesman, he knows how to make fun of himself, which I don't think Jeff Keighley does.
I still love at that one Bethesda E3 showcase where that one guy was loudly clapping everything. You could actually hear Todd Howard in mind. He's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill that guy," or something like that. It was the funniest fucking. He was so mad at that guy. I was like, "Yeah, that was great."
That guy did not leave the auditorium alive. Let me just say that.
That was the same. The Bethesda thing was the same as one of my favorite moments when we're all in voice chat, Matt and a couple other people and me, and they're playing music before the showcase. And I just instinctively, I'm kind of half paying attention, and I go, is that Andrew WK? And everybody clowns on me. They're like, what the fuck, Spence? Why would Andrew WK? And then Rage 2 starts with Andrew WK. And
I just immediately. No, I thought it wasn't even that. The joke, like what happened was Spencer made a joke comment. It was like, hey, it's like, yo, it'd be funny if Andrew WK showed up, and we're all just like, yeah, because that will happen.
Yeah, whatever, man.
He fucking showed up.
Yeah,
and I was like, are you fucking psychic?
I remember seeing that in my young ass, seeing that I was, because I was still like only like 17, 18 at the time, so I didn't know much about it. I was like, wait, isn't that the guy from Destroy Build Destroy, that live action Cartoon Network show from years?
Hey, I mean, yeah. Not wrong.
Anyway,
shaking it.
Let's get into some of the more specific stuff. Let's start with Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest. It was fine. Sure. It was aight.
It had Killer Bean the game.
Killer Bean.
That game unironically looks like it will slap. Like, I'm not even joking, man.
Game of the fucking century incoming.
The thing that got me about Killer Bean is that, okay, it looks fucking ridiculous. Like, just the perfect amount of stupid to be insanely fun. And then he said it was a roguelike. And I'm like, sold me right there.
Roguelike beans.
Wow.
It's like I genuinely want to know how that game's gonna be a roguelike.
Killer Bean is fascinating because Jeff Liu fucking taught himself how to animate from scratch, and nobody saw his shit, so he just kept on practicing until he made Killer Bean Forever.
He made it himself.
In 20 years.
Yeah, that came out a long ass time ago.
Yeah, no, he made it himself. The guy was also the lead VFX artist on the Matrix sequels, Matrix Reloaded, Matrix.
Yeah, he is an actual VFX artist, but he didn't know how to animate, so he just taught himself. And if you've never seen Killer Bean Forever, it's fucking 85 minutes of the most rad shit. If that video game trailer got you hyped, that's the entire movie.
Sorry, it was a double flusher, but you only flushed once. Just walks out. What else happened at the Summer Games Fest? What were some of the notable announcements?
I gotta look back. Now. Hold on.
I made sure
Lego Horizon was a thing.
Oh, it looks Lego Horizon was a thing.
Lego Horizon was a thing. Looks cute. I have nothing to say about it, though. It's funny it's on the Switch, though.
Very funny that it's on the Switch.
That's the most notable things about it.
Civ 7.
Civ 7 was a big one, yeah.
I think Civ 7 is genuinely one of the bigger announcements. It's probably maybe one of the biggest announcements from Summer Games Fest.
I'm going through the stuff right now, so that's why
I made sure to get lists just in case we got
I think
Civ.
I'm a big Civ guy. So I was really excited for this. I'm hoping it's better than Civ 6 was on launch, though. Civ 6 on launch was not amazing. It got better. It got a lot better with expansions and updates and DLC and shit. But Civ 7, I'm hoping returns to the Civ 5 core experience. I love that game, and I love playing it with friends and alone and shit. But I'm hoping it's good. We'll know more in August because they didn't show shit. It's just a fucking reveal trailer. So
yeah,
I do want to say one of the biggest fumbles of all time, and it's not even just of this Summer Games Fest. It's just in general. The fact that they announced a new Batman Arkham game and it's VR only. What are you fucking doing?
This is the second VR Arkham game, by the way, because that first one apparently sold really well. So that's why they're doing it. They do very well on VR for some reason.
I'm not sure if this was the full reveal, though, because I swear I heard the name Arkham Shadow before this and knew it was a VR game, so that's why it didn't catch me off guard. But yeah, you could definitely.
It was announced a month before Summer Games Fest.
They literally just had a small teaser, and that was it. And then it was full reveal at Summer Games Fest.
Yeah.
And then they showed a cinematic trailer that showed nothing.
Yeah. They already announced it like a month. They already announced it like a month ago. But look, I haven't played Arkham VR. I've heard it's actually pretty decent, all things considered.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. We
moving.
found out Terry Bogard and Mai Shiranui are coming to Street Fighter 6, which
that's
awesome.
bizarre.
That's kind of crazy, actually.
So utterly weird.
Yeah.
Oh, and M. Bison is back again, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, is it really that weird, honestly? Fighting games have been swapping with each other like all the time in like recent years.
It's just funny to see Street Fighter do it, because Street Fighter is like kind of the last holdouts for it, really.
I mean, Akuma was in Tekken 7.
Akuma. Yeah, true. But also like the mainline Street Fighter series.
Yeah.
I'd say up until the end of the Street Fighter 5 DLC, they weren't really doing the guest character thing a whole lot.
Yeah.
Speaking.
Also, the fact that Mai is there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's gonna be good. Wink, nudge, nudge.
We have a new Fatal Fury game coming out.
Yes.
City of the Wolves.
City of the Wolves, yep.
Yeah.
And to piggyback off of fighting games, we also got more on Sparking Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. Come on.
Day one, frame one.
Yeah. It's funny. They didn't even show the good stuff at Summer Games Fest, because the stuff that came out afterwards, like the whole fucking
the custom battle shit,
the custom battle, the custom storyline shit. Like that's should be the seller. That's the game seller right there.
It's the same day as Metaphor.
Yep.
Why?
Sucks,
because they want to bankrupt us, I guess.
Yeah.
Metaphor was also shown at some
looks phenomenal.
I love the fact that they introduced the trailer for Metaphor with like, Metaphor lets you have a job. Like, very cool, guys.
Yeah.
Yes, thankfully I can. Does it pay me? What's the hourly wage of Metaphor Retantasio out October 11th on Xbox, PS, PlayStation to PC?
It has a weird fucking thing too. Like instead of personas, they're called, I forget what they're called, what the game calls them. They're called
I can't. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember.
Something like that. Yeah.
Keep talking. I'll find it.
Okay.
There was a one that seems like got lost in the shuffle a little bit, but looks kind of cool. There was a Power Rangers beat 'em up game that looks kind of in the
you
same
mentioned
vein
that, Ryan, because
that was
one of the more interesting ones that, at least for me personally, because anyone who knows me knows I love beat 'em ups, and Shredder's Revenge was one of my favorite games in 2022. So very cool to see Power Rangers get the same treatment.
Power Rangers Turtles in Time.
Archetypes, that's what they're called.
It's
that's a fucking Team Zero game. Like, that's a P Studio game.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it looks so good.
Fantasio.
It looks wonderful. It looks absolutely wonderful. I love it. I want to bring up the Power Rangers thing for a second, because when I saw that, I saw that. Like, I'm not even a Power Rangers guy, and I think that looks great.
I also like how it's going. I like how it's going more into even more of the classic like beat 'em up archetypes, because not only has it the classic stuff, but it's also got like vehicle levels, and it's got like VFX chip 3D shooter sections, and it's got like a mech Mode 7, and it's got like a first person like mech beat 'em up section. It's like, damn, this game looks cool as hell.
It does.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We saw more of Sonic Shadow Generations, which looks phenomenal.
Isn't that like out like a week after Sparking Zero, dude?
It is.
It's like 2 weeks
after.
October 25th.
It's like the same month. Again, bankrupt. They're going to bankrupt chain.
I'm just saying that my account's going to be drained come October. Actually, that's false, because I pre-ordered both that and Sparking Zero already. So they already have my money.
And then literally a couple of weeks after that, we've got both Mario and Luigi.
Dragon Quest. Sucks, man.
Actually, something that was really interesting about Summer Games Fest was they brought on Matt. Indie horror game. Indie horror.
That's one I want to bring up, is the Jason Blumhouse stuff. That stuff I thought was really cool. So like all of the the Blumhouse indie game initiative that they're doing, they showed off a lot of the indie game stuff. One of the games that they showed there, which was Fear the Spotlight, they actually showed more at the indie games showcase like right afterwards, and it looks fantastic. It looks wonderful. It's made by like a single person. And it's like a stealth horror game where it's like a stealth horror game-ish.
Was it 4 games, Matt? They showed off
like 6, dude, and but like only like three of them had like full like. Grave Seasons looks great. It's like that's like Stardew Valley if Stardew Valley was like horrifying.
Fucked up.
Sleep Awake.
Yeah, Sleep Awake looks good.
It's terrifying.
Oh, look great! Like it's hard to. Yeah, Jason Blum is the guy in Hollywood who's known for getting stuff done. Like he makes stuff done on a budget. He gives like newcomer directors like $5 million and says make a fucking picture. And they make a picture and they make like 100 million worldwide because it's horror and that sells. So like he's a massive money maker.
So he's like Robert Rodriguez, who can.
He's like Robert Rodriguez if he was also like if he was more of a producer and not an actual filmmaker.
Okay.
Because Jason Blum doesn't actually make movies; he just follows them.
Yeah.
I will say, Jason Blum, just watching that, is a genuine person. I could feel this guy fucking loves movies and
he loves horror
and he loves games.
Yeah, he loves horror.
Loves what he does.
I think it's funny. I said it best when he showed up on screen. I had never seen Jason Blum before, like physically before. So when he showed up, I'm just like, damn, Jason Blum looks exactly like how I imagined him to be, which is both positive and negative. Which is like he looks exactly like I thought it would be. Speaking of horror, one of the ones that I wanted to bring up because I don't know because it will either be the best game of the year or the worst game of the year, and that's Slitterhead.
Yeah, Slitterhead
from the creator of Silent Hill. I don't know what this game is, but I'm playing it.
I don't know, man. Okay. Look kind of fucking sick.
It looks sick. I 100% expect it to be the jankiest thing I've ever played, though.
Silent Hill.
Yeah, it feels like a game that I'll play it. I'll be like, damn, this game kind of fucks, but man, I hate playing it.
The thing that sold me on Slitterhead was when they had that extended platforming section through like the balconies where you're just jumping from person to person to like progress up this like apartment building. I'm like, that's cool. I love that.
I love how you have like you can like obtain abilities from people. You can go into people and get their shit.
It's Mario Odyssey if it was fucked up.
It's a David Cronenberg Mario Odyssey.
You're so right.
We've never been more right.
One thing, another thing some people might be excited about, it looks like it's super fucking early in development because they called it a pre-alpha, but they're making a new Skate game, which that seems
that's been in development for years.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been in development for a while. All I know is that apparently it's being developed by a brand new studio, which has some of the people from the old Skate games working on it. So
I see.
Yeah, that thing's been kicking around for years, and there's been nothing to show for it. Every time they show it, they're like, "We're still making it. It's still coming."
Skateboarding game.
Listen, the thing that got me, classic Skate, because there was a group of people skating in the trailer, and then there was this one dude just like rolling around in a ball, and I'm like, that's what I love to see. We're so fucking back.
They did reveal this is mostly for me, the first expansion for Alan Wake 2.
Ah, yes.
Yes, Night Springs.
Nighttime Springs?
Night Springs.
Okay.
Yeah. But bunch of AU stuff, right? Like it's all
technically speaking, it is AU, but it's also
not.
It's Alan Wake.
So here's what I will explain, okay? This is treated with the same canon that American Nightmare is.
I haven't played American Nightmare yet.
So it's completely canon, but it is a wacko canon. With that being said, you get to play as Rose, and and she just absolutely destroys Scratch. like just starts shit talking him, and it basically Kendrick Lamar's this man, and she's like, "You're a tryhard. I don't like the way that you dress. You keep on keeping walls up. You push people away. Nobody likes you." And
I hear you like him young.
Just like, man, that's kind of hurtful.
A minor.
The evil Alan Wake has his feelings hurt by Rose, which is she's one of the best characters of the original game.
I love Rose. I haven't played Alan Wake 2 yet because I'm afraid it's going to blow up my computer.
It probably will.
It probably will. But I love the first Alan Wake, and Rose was amazing. I loved Rose in that game. I thought she was a standout of an already strong supporting cast. So like,
and she does even more in the second game, dude. She's a big play. Like she's a genuine main character in the second game.
Hell yes, she's so great. I love her so much.
Yeah. And probably wasn't a game they should have ended on, although Jeff did say they didn't have a big like one more or like blowout thing for the last one. But Phantom Blade Zero was what they ended on, and that game continues to actually look pretty fucking sweet.
That game looks pretty sick, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, it looks dope. It looks dope. It's a good coming time for like action heavier Souls like stuff between Stellar Blade and also Black Myth Wukong, and now this.
They said it's not really Souls like. I think they said it's not really Souls like from what I've seen.
I will say, and this is a trend I've been seeing more and more of in the last few years, and let me know what you guys think about this. For whatever reason, it seems the industry has tended to lean towards samurai Souls-like games. Because there were
Sekiro.
Like 3 of them throughout the week.
Because Dark Souls blew up and FromSoft like basically gets head nowadays from like every single fucking award show ever.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's probably mostly Sekiro, because Sekiro was because a lot of this does feel more like Sekiro with the faster pace, the heavy emphasis on parrying and stuff.
I just find it very interesting that they lean towards the samurai aesthetic, which I'm not complaining about. All of these
Sekiro.
Sick.
Yes, because it's Sekiro.
I'd actually say more Ghost of Tsushima than Sekiro.
Sekiro
honestly.
Came out like the same year, like around the same time as that.
A year before. I don't know. I never felt Sekiro left as much of an impact as the other Souls games really did, honestly. Like because like I always heard people say, with like Sekiro and Elden Ring. Oh, Sekiro won Game of the Year, or Elden Ring got big. The Souls games are finally mainstream. It's like, guys, Dark Souls 3 sold 10 million copies. What the fuck are you talking about?
Fuck it. Yeah.
Dark Souls 1 was mainstream. What the fuck are they talking about?
Dark Souls 1. Yeah, Dark Souls
about?
Blew up. Dark Souls was like a sleeper fucking hit. It made a lot of money.
Quite literally, the only one that was not a popular game when it first came out was Death. Like, that's
Demon's Souls. And even then, that's arguable because that blew up in the West. It was so like it didn't. So that game was also actually decently popular
and got a revival with its remake,
which the remake apparently didn't sell for some reason. I don't know why, but like.
So what do we think about that Among Us TV show?
I don't care.
I need to hear I need to actually like hear voices and like the dialogue and stuff. I like the art style. I think it looks cute, and I know it's got a good. If you actually, I like the cast that they have. If you look at the fucking huge,
it's kind of stacked.
It's pretty. I need to see more than just raw animation. Frankly,
and here's what I have to say to that.
What? He's leaving.
There he goes.
He's leaving. There he goes.
I thought he was gonna play the Among Us soundbite on like the sound.
Among Us.
He's gone and he's not coming back. I don't think.
But I need to see like actual footage and not like whatever that was.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't really know why Among Us is still so much of a thing in 2024 because it never seemed like
popular with. It's popular with Gen Alpha. That's what it is.
It's popular with the
really popular.
He got a drink. He got alcohol.
I get it, just because to me, because Among Us just always felt like just like a party game that got bigger than it ever had any right to because of memes. Like it's Werewolf. It's fucking Werewolf.
You'd be surprised how popular it actually is with Gen Alpha, though. You'd be shocked. Fucking it outperforms Fortnite in some circles.
And Matt,
there is that. It's huge.
Grew up in the trenches. Me and Matt were Town of Salem players.
Oh yeah, So like we know I like games like this will always be popular. The next generation will have its own Town of Salem or Among Us. Like it's going to happen. These types of games will always be popular.
There's a new one called like Duck Duck Goose or whatever. It's a goose-based Among Us, where one of the roles that you can be is Canadian.
Okay.
Wait, Duck Duck Goose. That's just like a playground game. That's what everybody said.
I'm saying it's like Duck Duck. It's called like Duck Duck Goose.
Okay, because Duck Duck Goose, everyone sits around in a circle. Someone stands up, taps everybody in the head, going duck, duck, duck. Then says goose on one. Then
in this version, does the goose? You tap them and say goose. You fucking kill them. Like is that what you?
No, it is straight up called Goose Duck.
Okay.
That's when you shoot them.
That's when you shoot them. Yeah, it's like Duck Hunt.
Like you put a gun in the middle of the table.
It is literally Among Us, but you play as geese and you have to kill the ducks.
This sounds like the belated love child of Among Us.
Here.
This sounds like the belated love child of Among Us and an untitled goose game.
Let me just put this in the chat.
It's chronically pandemic.
Oh my god.
It's chronically pandemic era.
You're right, Matt, because it was made in 2021.
So it's chronically pandemic era. I'm right.
I will say in terms of Summer Games Fest, the last thing I really want to bring up is they showed a new trailer for Hyper Light Breaker, and that game just keeps looking better and better every time we fucking see it.
I cannot fucking wait. I love Hyper Light Drifter so much.
That game, Matt, we're gonna play that co-op, right?
It's co-op, yes, abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah, it looks wonderful. I think it looks fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah. I think
I haven't played Soul Ash yet, so I need to play that before this.
I think the craziest thing is that they're also making another game, which was announced at the Devolver show, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Oh, we will talk about that, because I think that's a standout of the entire fucking week. But
I think overall...
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, overall, Summer Games Fest was fine. Let me put it to you this way. I didn't get to watch it live because I had to work, couldn't take the day off. I did not feel much remorse for the fact that I didn't.
You didn't miss much of anything.
I also worked actually, so I had these two help me out. The
last one I want to bring up is mostly because because it's a game that I am obviously that I'm looking forward to simply because of the people behind it, and that's the new Davey Redren game, the creator of the Stanley Parable. He's doing a game called Wander Stop. Which looks like it's supposed to be kind of like a cozy game type thing, like a Stardew Valley type thing, but because it's the guy who did the Stanley Parable, it's clearly something else is going. If you've seen the trailer, there's something else going on. There's something much like deeper actually going on there. I have a sneaking obviously Stanley Parable is wonderful, but there's also the Gone Home people are working on this too. And if you know Gone Home, that game fucking annihilated me emotionally. So like, I'm mostly just really curious about this one, especially since it's according to the jury. He described it as a deconstruction of games like Stardew Valley. So I'm very curious as to what that means and what he's actually trying to do here, because he's a very weird games director. His stuff is always unconventional. So I'm very, very much looking forward to that. I need to see how it play. Like obviously the cinematic trailer they showed was great, but I need to see gameplay of it. It'll probably be fine. It'll probably be really good. Look good. But I'm really looking forward to that. That's a standout of the show, I think.
Okay. I think we've exhausted Summer Games Fest, so let's move on to the next big showcase, which was Xbox. What we all think of Xbox.
Xbox ruled.
Solid.
They came out fucking swinging.
They came out swinging.
Dicks out, balls dropped.
I'm balls in.
They came out like Dracula Flow, dog. They came out like, this shit means nothing to me, man.
This shit means nothing to me, man. I'll fucking kill you.
Fucking kill you.
The worms are back.
Shorty's head looks like a bionicle.
Don't worry. We'll tell you about it after. There's a ton of games that I want to go over because there was legitimately
there's a lot packed into this showcase.
Some stuff I didn't really care about. There are other stuff that I will care about and I will talk at length about, and some that I only have like passing thoughts on. So if you want me to go first, Shane?
Anyone go.
Okay. So hop on if you want to, because I'm just going to go in order of the basically the showcase that I'm seeing right now, the images. New Call of Duty. I don't care about the campaign, but
I think the direct afterwards definitely made it look better.
Oh, I have some words. This is the first time I'm excited for a Call of Duty game since Infinite Warfare. I will say that. So it's been almost a decade since I've given a shit about Call of Duty.
Infinite Warfare?
Yeah, I was. I thought it was like fuck. But I never saw the fucking annoyance towards it. I thought people were just bitching for the sake of bitching. And then guess what? It comes out and it has like one of the best campaigns in the fucking series. So guess what? I'm right again, bozos. So like, but in it,
you get to kill Spacey, right?
Fucking yeah, no, that's Advanced Warfare. You get to kill
Advanced Warfare. Okay.
Fucking, but Call of Duty, this looks great. I mainly because I think this is like the first time like they showed at the actual full directs how it will actually play, and it looks really good. Like it looks like they really nailed the movement.
91 or something like that.
Like this is like 93.
It's like it's post the It's like the Afghanistan stuff in Russia with like Russia and shit.
It's
and it's mainly a home side story. It's about like American conspiracies and stuff instead. It's not like what we thought it was going to be. It looks really interesting. It will probably be batshit like the most of the recent ones have been. But it looks fun. I haven't given it like since I haven't not cared about COD since Infinite Warfare.
I'm out here looking for wherever the fuck Black Ops 5 is, but
it's Cold War.
It's Cold War.
Black Ops Cold War, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Their naming convention is just weird as fuck. They've taken the Fast and Furious naming convention. Just go with it.
While we're at it, Matt, they're cowards. This one should have been called Call of Duty Black Ops I.
There's 6 eyes. They should have done that, yeah.
But this is a really fascinating time in American history. Because people tend to forget, especially because it's been, 23 years, that America before 9/11 and after 9/11 are completely different countries. Those are, especially in the early 90s, where you have Afghanistan and you have the Mujahideen and you have Desert Storm and Desert Shield around that time period as well. The 90s in the Middle East with America and politics and all that, especially because the Cold War is still technically at the end. It's not fully done yet.
I think they specifically said that the game is post-Cold War. Like, the Cold War's done. So, like...
the Cold War was barely even a thing in the 90s.
Yeah, anymore. It's barely a thing. So if they're going to say post, then I'm okay with that. But I saw that. It actually does look pretty good. And the zombies looks really fun as well.
All zombies.
It's zombies. So that's the first game. Next one we're going to talk about is Choo 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 Choo. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Yeah.
If you remember that great clip of the fucking Nazi?
Choo choo, choo choo.
They nailed the fact that the Nazis in the Indiana Jones movies are fucking dork.
They are dorks.
It's great.
The game also looks incrable.
It's Machine Games making it, so I have faith.
I'm a big Indiana Jones guy, so like obviously I'll go to. This could have looked like complete utter dog shit. It was them in day one for me. I'm a big Indy guy, so
yeah. I think it looks good. I question how well the the IP will carry it, because I feel like a high budget Indiana Jones game like this should have happened like during the 7th generation, because if Dial of Destiny's reception and box office are anything to go by, Indiana Jones as a name doesn't carry near as much weight as it used to. But we'll have to see.
It's very much a boomer franchise. Then again, I actually really like Dial of Destiny, so I can't say shit. I literally can't say anything. Fuck it. I do think that it will probably do better than that did, because that did mainly because mainly because Dial of Destiny was not aiming the younger generation in terms of its marketing. If you paid attention, it was very much aiming at like boomers and dads and stuff. My dad was super excited for Dial of Destiny, but no one else I knew was. My dad was. My dad went day one and he loved that shit.
Yeah.
So like, but like this is definitely seeming like they're marketing towards like this generation, which is probably going to help it a lot. And also just say it's from the Wolfenstein people. It's the Wolfenstein people. It's another it's basically another Wolfenstein, another game where you get to kill Nazis. So like it's their bread and butter.
I like how Machine Games is the Killing Nazis studio. It's very based.
It's very based. It looks fun. It looks fun. I'm still curious on how the first person is going to work with Indy, but I'll see it when I'll see. I think that it looks good from the trailers that they shown.
Indy really did fight the Nazis surprisingly a lot.
It was what, like 3 of the 4 movies?
Well, they're all in. No, it's 3 out of the 4. It's
Last Crusade is the big one.
It's actually Raiders is the big one because there are Nazis there too.
Where he fights the Nazi. I thought Last Crusade was the one that focused
both of them. Both of them fight the Nazis. The reason why he fights Nazis in Last Crusade was his apology for Temple of Doom, because nobody liked Temple of Doom at the time, even though they're fucking cowards and it's the best one. Temple of Doom.
Crystal Skull was more Russians.
Yeah, he fights because it's Cold War era.
Right.
In Temple of Doom, he fights racists. Racist stereotypes.
Yes.
I love Temple of Doom. I love Temple of Doom, but that movie's like the most racist movie ever made. And Dial of Destiny, he fights neo-Nazis, specifically like very much Argentinian, like Nazi remnants, slash neo-Nazis, white supremacists in like 60s America.
Yes.
The main guy's a Nazi, though. The main guy's literally a Nazi who fled to Argentina. So, like, it's a Nazi.
The guys who Magneto ganked in that one scene from, I think it was X-Men. What was the ones from the X-Men movies everyone liked, where Magneto just like ganks 3 Nazis in like a bar? First class, yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that movie fucks if you haven't seen it.
Head, Charles, get out of my head.
No, get out of my head, Charles. But yeah, Charles. But yeah, it's Nazis like Indy's thing. So like,
yeah.
And who doesn't like punching or killing Nazis?
Exactly.
Next up is Gears of War E-Day, the prequel.
This is an interesting one because it's a prequel to the OG.
Yeah, to the first one.
It's a second prequel. Actually,
okay. Remember Judgment?
You remember Gears of War Judgment? It was bad.
Y'all like playing as Baird?
I do. I actually like Baird.
I like Baird too.
Okay.
I do like Baird.
It's a shame that game fucking sucks.
Isn't this game kind of being done? Because from what I've heard, a lot of people weren't that into the way 5's narrative was going, so they just kind of like backpedaled.
They did confirm that they do intend to finish that trilogy eventually.
Good.
But I feel like they wanted to. Yeah, I feel like they wanted to do this game just to like, I don't know,
get people back into
Gears.
Get people back on board. I didn't even hate the campaign to Gears 5. I don't think it's amazing, but it was better than 4's campaign. I was not huge on 4's campaign, but I liked it a lot more because the main character is a lot more interesting in 5.
God, what is it with Microsoft first-person shooters having things so well wrapped up in the trilogy and then having no idea what to do beyond that point? Because
both are also made by different people. Mostly after Gears of War 3, they switched studios.
It was it Cliffy B that did Gears of War?
It was when it was Epic before Fortnite.
Yes.
Right.
It was Epic, and then it switched over to Coalition. I will say, I think it's weird because I think Halo's new saga got off to a lot better start than Gears' did. I was not huge on Gears of War 4, but I loved Halo 4. I thought Halo 4 was wonderful. And that campaign's one of the best Halo's done. I think that one's wonderful.
Wow.
Yeah,
and then
I love Halo
5 sucked.
Well, Halo 4's campaign is a Halo game that made me cry, and that's impressive because it's fucking Halo.
Wasn't Halo 5, didn't that have a stupid subtitle like Echoes or something
it was
like that?
Halo 5 Guardians. The Guardians aren't
right,
even
right.
in it, and the Guardians aren't even in it. The game is buggy and it doesn't work.
That's right. But, how many of the Gears of War games have we all played?
I have played the first. I played the first 3 and a bit of Judgment, and I have not played 4 or 5, but I've seen campaigns of it.
I've played the original trilogy, and I played 5. Actually, no, I played 4 too. I played all of them. Fuck.
The most experience I have of Gears of War is watching my cousin play a shitload of the multiplayer when I was really little, and I know the final boss of 2 is Doo-Doo. And that's about all. That's all I know.
I played the original 3 and Judgment. Those are mine. So prequel to 1 is cool to me. It'll bring me back and actually get me interested in Gears of War again.
Cool to see Dom. It could be cool to see Dom again.
Exactly.
I'll just say that.
Before the debilitating trauma.
Of
Gears of War 3.
All around me are familiar faces.
No,
Who was that guy on Twitter who made a joke like a week before the Xbox showcase about like Gears of War prequel to like to a slowed down version of Mad World? There was a guy who made a joke about that, and then I hope he's doing well.
Me too.
I hope that man's doing well.
Moving on, we're going to talk about one that I think we're going to spend a bit more time on, Doom, the Dark Ages. Yep. So this is the
let's go.
third in the modern Doom trilogy. After, was it Eternal was the second one?
Doom 2016 and then Eternal and now the Dark Ages.
Yeah.
Quote me on this. This will be my game of the year next year.
Damn.
Putting it out there right now.
We'll get to my game of the year in a bit. So all I want to say is that there's a gun in this game that is a shotgun that uses human skulls.
And it grinds out the skulls and it shoots out the bits.
And if that's not the most radical Doom-inspired shit ever...
Dude, you ride a laser dragon.
The only thing that could make this peak is if they somehow get Mick Gordon back, but I'm not sure they're going to.
Not gonna happen.
That man's not
gonna happen.
He hates them.
I think he hates them. This Doom Dark Ages looks great because it's Doom meets Army of Darkness.
Yeah,
Army of Darkness.
This game is like from what my buddies told me, it's bridging the gap between 64 and 2016, right?
It's a prequel to the current continuity, from what I know.
Yeah. Well, because the current continuity does follow on from the original continuity. It goes 1, 2, 64, 2016.
Nah, kinda. Ultimately, who cares? It's Doom.
Yeah, it's Doom.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you're going to listen to a lot of totally not Metallica and totally not Slayer. And there might be some dubstep beats. I don't know.
I will fully admit this did surprise me. Like, not technically the reveal because we did find out about it because it was leaked beforehand. Yeah. But I am kind of surprised they are doing this, especially after how Eternal ended with, what was it? Ancient Gods was the name of the DLC. Was that
Ancient Gods. Yeah.
Because I thought with the way that ended, I thought they were going to be done with Doom, and I thought they were going on to Quake next. I thought that's what they were
Quake
doing.
Champion is still technically ongoing, so that's
gonna be real with you though. A new single player Quake game from id Software would fucking slap.
Yeah.
Oh, it would. It would.
I am glad they're doing this though, because I think the idea of Doom in like medieval times is genuinely inspired. I think that's really. I'm like, why hasn't someone like done this already? This feels like something that would have happened like in like the early 2000s or something. It feels like something that should have happened like 20 years ago, but hasn't for some reason. But it looks great. It's going to slap.
Yeah, it's a modern Doom game.
And like Eternal, destroy my computer.
Yeah, okay. Listen.
Oh yeah, I'm getting it on PS5. I'm not even gonna try with the computer.
all of the modern Doom games were my game of the years when they came out. So
okay, fair enough.
If this is not game of the year, it's either
track.
I don't know, man. You've seen some of the
some
stuff
shit
coming.
There's some shit coming next year, dude.
Metroid Prime 4 is next year, my guy.
That's true. But it's Doom, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Moving on, we have Avowed was shown, and Avowed looks great.
Looks good.
It's Obsidian, I believe, correct?
Yes, it's Obsidian.
Obsidian. Pillars of Eternity world, right?
It takes place in the universe of Pillars of Eternity, has no connection to those games. If you've not played Pillars of Eternity, you don't have to. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Probably good because those games are completely different genre than those, and I 100% those games are CRPGs. If you're not into CRPGs, do not bother with those games. Do not bother. You thought Baldur's Gate 3 was possibly impenetrable. You ain't seen shit. You ain't seen anything, dude.
But yeah, The Avowed looks really good. It's by the same people who did the Outer Worlds, and Outer Worlds, from all I've heard, is fantastic. So yeah,
Outer Worlds is very good. It has its issues, its typical Obsidian issues. It's the same issues that New Vegas has.
Well, in that it barely works.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, Outer Worlds is literally just New Vegas with the serial numbers filed off.
New Vegas is an incredible game. It's a miracle it functions, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, Avowed is just.
And Metro Republic 2, there was also Obsidian, and that game was actually unfinished when it came out. You should go look up the history on that.
Are we getting to the breakout hit of the?
No, we'll get there. We'll get there.
You gotta just let me cook.
Let him cook.
Because the next couple of things, I don't think any of us are really gonna have anything to talk about. They showed a Diablo 4 expansion.
Cool.
They showed.
That trailer was sick, though. That Diablo trailer was fucking sick. Okay, I don't even care for Blizzard stuff anymore, but that Diablo trailer was fucking sick. It was nasty. It looked like Hellraiser. Love that shit. Give me more.
It's cool.
Diablo is the only Blizzard property I give a shit about because it is one of the few AAA series that actually are not afraid to do genuinely fucked up shit in their campaigns or their stories. Their Hellraiser campaigns. It's fucking great. More shit like that, please.
Yeah, I'm just going to go through all of the ones that none of us are really going to talk about right now. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I can't wait to do 9/11 again. World of Warcraft expansion, I think. I don't know. Who cares?
I can't believe that game around.
Yeah. Age of Mythology Retold.
Cool.
Starfield expansion. I can't believe people still play that game.
It's cool.
Elder Scrolls Gold Road expansion. Once again, people play that game. Fallout 76 expansion. Once again, people
actually really excited
still
for
alive.
That. Yeah.
Sea of Thieves is still going. I'm gonna put this in because I don't know. Do any of you have anything to say about Winterborough?
What the fuck is Winterborough?
I don't even
mouse
remember.
game?
The mouse game.
Oh, that's the mouse game?
The mouse game, yeah.
I can't believe you were about to write this one off, Spencer. What the
I was gonna say,
is wrong with you?
The mouse game was great.
Because remember, I was at work when this happened, so I'm just going through it. Frag Punk.
Cool. Hero shooter, cool.
Hero shooter, cool.
It's gonna die in 3 months.
Mecha Break, me and Matt are playing that day one.
On day one, baby.
They really showed it twice. Cool.
I don't care. I don't care that nobody else, that Mecha Break's gonna sell 1,000 copies. That game, day one, baby.
Day one, baby.
Day one.
Atomfall, Nuclear Britain crafting game. And I think that's all for the ones that are kind of so moving forward, we have, for me and Matt, they did the first official reveal of Dragon Age, the Veilguard.
Yes.
Now
they showed a trailer for that, and then they showed more during the week. They had a 30-minute full-ass presentation about it. And
Why did you change the name?
I don't know why they changed it. I don't know why they say what they're fitting the Inquisition like lineup. It's like Veilguard. The Veilguard is the name of the group you're forming now.
What was it originally called again?
Dreadwolf.
Yeah, Dreadwolf.
They say they changed the name in order to because they didn't want to focus on the antagonist of the game, which spoilers is Solace. Big walking spoiler for Inquisition, I guess.
I sadly got that spoiled for me before, so
yeah.
I already know not to trust him.
But yeah, looks great, and we've been hearing they've been trickling out stuff like weekly for this.
Yeah, I've been saying it to Matt.
So it looks great. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I love the Dragon Age games. Inquisition was like my game of the year when that hit. I love Dragon Age Origins. I even like Dragon Age 2, as messy as that game is. I think it's still the stuff that game does well. It does really well.
Hopefully it sells well, because BioWare's fate as a studio is probably hanging on it.
This is gonna sell really well.
My if Mass Effect Andromeda with like lackluster sales was able to still do almost 10 million, then this will probably do fine. Like Anthem just didn't sell well because it's live service, 100%. I'm starting to think that a lot of the big AAA failures are because they're live service and not because of lack of interest. I'm starting. That's the pattern. It seems if it's not live service, they tend to do a lot better. And this is only single player, no multiplayer at all. It's not an open world game either. It's They said it's a more linear experience with exploration built in, like Guardians of the Galaxy. Like remember that when that came out. And everyone loved that because it was, good. And so like it's like that. I like the only thing that's I'm a little worried about is more so. And I'm a little worried about is whether or not they're actually going to follow through on a lot of the stuff from Inquisition. It's been 10 years. It has been 10 years since that game. It's been a while, and I know there's been some talk about they changed the gameplay style. It's not like a top-down view anymore. It's not the classic style anymore. It's more of an action RPG now. That they basically turned it into fantasy Mass Effect now. You have two companions. It's action with pause, so you can pause the game, tell them to do so. It's Mass Effect. But I think that's honestly probably a good thing. Mass Effect plays excellently, and there's a reason why those games are well regarded. So
is this a game that you could just jump into if you never played Dragon Age before, or is it like if you jump into it, good luck, fucko, you're lost?
I think you need to at least play Inquisition.
According to them, they said it's developed. They said that it's going to be developed in such a way where new fans can absolutely jump in, but it's one of those games that will apparently heavily reward veteran players and veteran fans. You get to create your in the character creation screen. You get to create your character from Inquisition again in it. So it's heavy. The plot is heavily because of the way Inquisition ends. There's no way this game could be anything but following up on Inquisition. That's all I'll say. This is the only. But
Inquisition ends on a massive cliffhanger, I assume.
Not a cliffhanger, but just to implicate like the game itself, the story is done, but there's like plot threads left dangling.
I see.
It's not a cliffhanger, but there's definitely plot threads left dangling. So I think you could probably jump in with this though. It's been 10 years, and this is a completely new style of game. Unlike the prior Dragon Age games, there's a character. This is more like a Dragon Age 2 approach, where like the main character is a named character. It's like a shepherd situation now.
Rook is your name.
It's Rook is your name. You can customize him however you want. I think it would be a good jumping on point, honestly. BioWare does tend to do a pretty decent job getting new players up to speed for the most part. And all the footage they've showed officially is from the first 30 minutes of the game from what they've known. So like
new art style as well, by the way.
New art style that looks wonderful. I think it looks beautiful.
Looks great.
So that's all I have to say about that. So
Dragon Age looks good. I got into it after Mass Effect because I was curious. Dragon Age Origins is an incredibly fun game that is very jank and very old.
It is very old, yeah.
Dragon Age 2, I'm actually having a ton of fun with so far, even if it is...
Just because Hawk is a great fucking character.
Hawk's a great fucking character. And Inquisition, I'm having a ton of fun because I forgot how good this game feels to play.
Yeah, Inquisition's so good, dude.
Next up is Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Cool.
AKA, there were no black people in Japan.
There were no black people in Japan.
He's not a samurai.
He was a retainer. There's a different kanji used. He was a slave. We don't even know if he was real.
Oh my god.
People in Japan.
Oh my god, let's just get to Expedition 33 already.
You want to talk about Expedition 33? Because
we're close. We're close. Because the next one in the list is a game that only I care about, and it's Stalker 2.
I mean, Stalker 2 looks pretty freaking good, dude.
Yeah. Please play Stalker. Stalker's fun. They're making a new Fable game.
Cool. They've been showing it for years.
Exactly. I will be playing it, but it's the same trailer they've shown like 5 times. So like,
there's a brand new game coming out called Mixtape.
Oh my god, that game looks fucking incredible, dude.
Mixtape.
I think it's done by the people that did The Artful Escape, right?
You are correct.
Yeah, it does. It looks wonderful. That's a game that's gonna make me. It's gonna make me cry.
We need more games animated by like Spider-Verse, because between this and South of Midnight, I'm fucking sold, dude.
South of Midnight also looks fucking wonderful.
Yes, that South of Midnight looks great, and that's done by.
That's done by Compulsion, who did We Happy Few.
I wish it kept the fucking stop motion art style, like movement,
like when you're actually playing the game. Yes,
I wish it kept it. I understand why they didn't do that though, because I feel like doing that would be a nightmare.
Oh god, yeah. The amount of
keep it 60 FPS in that, like that would be like a nightmare shit. I think
after Mixtape was probably one of the biggest surprises to me from a wait, this game exists standard, and that is we're getting a new Perfect Dark game.
This was years ago, man. This was years ago.
I don't even remember. I remember that.
That was announced at the 2020 Game Awards with nothing but a CGI trailer.
Okay. I'll talk about this. So, because I'm a big Deus Ex fan, and that series is dead. It's gone. Dunzo. In the wind. And when I saw the trailer for this, I saw Crystal Dynamics is on this, and I saw that, I'm like, oh shit! And it was like this immersive sim type thing, like a cyberpunk, like futuristic thing. I'm like, is this like a spiritual successor to like Deus Ex? And then they dropped the Perfect Dark name, and I'm like, holy shit! The idea to make Perfect Dark an immersive sim is such a fucking ingenious, inspired idea. And I think, and I heard that, I'm like, this looks incredible. This looks fan-fucking-tastic. It looks
great.
Great. Apparently, it is obscenely expensive. Mm-hmm. It is apparently...
It's been going through development hell for a while.
It is... Station Schreier said it's been described internally by the industry, not just at Xbox, but internally throughout the industry as the first quadruple A game.
Yep. Yeah, that was the tagline for this.
Its budget is apparently more than Destiny 2. It is obscenely expensive. Probably because it's been in development for so long. Shove
it up your ass.
Yeah, it's been in development for so long, and like this is like the 3rd team that's been working on this too. This game has been in like so many different forms. It's been in development, actually. It was announced at 2020, but it's technically been in development since like maybe the start of the 2010s. It's been in development for over a decade.
I will say I hope the quadruple A thing goes better for them than it did for a certain other game.
I hope that they stop.
Yeah,
was it Suicide Squad they called AAA?
It was
Skull and Bones, my guy.
It was Skull and Bones.
Which you can get new for like $20 now.
It's now $20. Yeah.
Quadruple A gaming.
But I'm gonna let Ryan and I'm gonna let Matt talk about it first because I have to use the washroom. But guys, talk about Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
Oh my god, that game looks so good. It came out of nowhere and looked so damn good. Like, literally, it was so funny. That trailer, when it first started, I was like, "Okay, this is alright, like, what is this?" It looks, standard, nice, realistic graphics, and then the fucking music drop and the battle system starts, and
The turn
literally,
base, yes.
I could hear every single person in their chair just lean
Yep.
forward.
I was gonna say, I
Started.
saw the meme on Twitter. It's like, as soon as the generic Western UE4 game has turn-based combat, everyone's like,
Yeah, everyone walks in. I think like it looks wonderful. I think it looks phenomenal. Just the little bit they showed. It feels like that this is like a game. This could be a game changer for the industry if it does well. I think that this is that. And roles are reversed now. Like fucking, are Western developers gonna start embracing like turn-based RPGs? We all
Yes.
Japan has seemed to starting to abandon them now. Especially since Dragon Quest is apparently going action RPG. They're ditching turn-based next game.
I don't know if that's hard confirmed for 12.
They said there's a new battle system. My guess is that they're probably gonna ditch it. I think it's Jover.
Yeah, it depends because we still Mario and Luigi's coming back.
Yeah.
We Pokemon is still kicking. We've got the HD 2D.
I think someone will stay turn based just because it's so ingrained. But I do think that stuff like Final Fantasy and Dragon Age will Dragon Quest.
Well, Final Fantasy has no idea what the fuck it's doing. So.
Fuck it. Final Fantasy changes genres every game. It sometimes changes turn based genres between games. It changed between 9 and 10 are completely different style of turn based games. So like they've changed for years. So
but it's like God. Edition 33 looks so amazing. It has Mario and Luigi action commands in it.
Hell yeah.
It looks so good. The music in that trailer when like halfway through, oh my God, it sounds so good.
It looks wonderful. Like definitely. Go ahead, Shane.
I was just gonna say, I think I'm with you guys. I think it looks great. The thing that got me the most about it was the concept, because I think that like the general concept of the story is really intriguing, that there's this like entity that like paints this number on the celestial clock or whatever, and everyone that age for the whole year just gets Thanos. I think it's such an interesting concept, and I really want to see what they do with it.
I love that. I love that concept. It very much feels like the fact that it has like a subtitle to it makes me think. I think that they want this to be like the start of like some series. Probably. I hope so. So.
What's most?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
What I was going to say is most amazing about it when I found out looking into it, this game is made by former Ubisoft devs. Oh my God, Ubisoft, you are wasting talent.
They are. They left Ubisoft because they were sick of Ubisoft's like mandates and shit. They got done. They were tired of them. So fucking
because Ubisoft's making all their people make the same slop over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like hearing about some of their favorite games when you like Final Fantasy, Persona. Oh, they know that's
Suikoden.
Cool. And they're mentioning Golden Sun and Suikoden. Oh, you want to apologize? I was not familiar with your game.
I was not familiar with your game. Like they were mentioning, like you had the whole spectrum of games too. Like it wasn't just like the obvious like JRPGs or whatever. There was like some like first person shooters in there. There was like strategy games. There was like RTS games in there.
One of them said Yakuza 0.
One of them said Yakuza 0, and obviously
that guy was based.
I was excited to hear that. There was like Mass Effect was thrown in there. Fucking like it was fucking just across the spectrum, across the gaming industry, which is great. Like a whole plethora, diverse talent pool, and that's what's great. I think that's cool. That's what gets me excited, especially.
So, do you know what Clear Obscure actually means? It's an art term.
Oh no.
It is the artistic distribution of light and darkness, aka chiaroscuro. So it is the artistic distribution of light and dark masses in a picture.
Okay.
And so that's subtitled Expedition 33. So I've seen this trailer like 12 times because it fucking rules. This is how you make a quote-unquote cinematic trailer. You give us some obvious cutscene in-engine stuff.
Just to show the
right?
story. Yeah,
show the story, and then you give us some a little taste of the gameplay, little bit more story to draw them in, and then have the most radical backing music of all time. That's a Dark Souls song, I swear to God.
Yeah, they got the FromSoft fucking juice when it comes to music there. It's great.
And just, man, fucking I love good UI. I love good UI, okay? This game already looks great, and the combat looks incredibly fun, but it was the UI melding into the world and how things interacted with the menus. It is a seriously underestimated part of the gaming experience. If I don't like your UI, I'm not going to enjoy, actually either getting into battles and using it, or going into the menu to look for things.
Well, that's because there's a sizable chunk of every game that is you interacting with the UI. So if it doesn't look good and it's not fun to use, that's like half of the game right there. That's just sullied.
How Persona 5 alone did it immediately punch that into people's minds? I have no idea.
No idea, but they're now all doing it. So, prime example of something small, right? It's not combat UI, but it's still UI. In my opinion, Mass Effect 3 has the single worst quest marker UI of all fucking time.
Thank you for bringing that out. That's what I was thinking too when it comes to bad UIs. I love that game, but I replayed it recently and the quest UI is so dog shit. It's awful.
What's bad about it?
It doesn't update anything. It just puts it all on one screen and tells you like what the quest is. Doesn't update. It only updates it after you complete it. It's garbage, 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 and no excuse because the past two games had really good quest UIs.
Oh god,
so there was zero excuse.
Mass Effect 2 has the best, and or UI for things like there was a UI issue with Anthem and a UI issue with Andromeda where when you got a blueprint, it showed you every single blueprint in the game. It didn't actually have a setup for like ones that you owned and other ones in the distance.
Yeah,
you had to go through the entire list to pick things out.
And that's a lot of games do that, and I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
So that's bad. Expedition 33. Not only does it look incredible, everything with that gameplay made me so happy. Like, RPG fans, we're back.
Yeah, I love the zoom in when you like the guy is like looking to fight the smiling mask enemy. Like if it does that every time you select a target to attack, I think that'd be cool as hell.
The fucking parry that the girl has, where it's like fucking there's speed lines and then she actively parries the blow and then dives forward with the camera. It's ingenious.
It's dynamic shit.
If you look at the options, it looks like when an enemy attacks, you have the option to like block or parry. So you actually may have like a choice depending on like the type of attack.
I can imagine they maybe do different.
If
they were smart, I hope they do different things, like maybe blocking. Maybe they have different timings or different effects afterwards. Like maybe parrying allows you to like actually hit them, but blocking has like a higher block window, so it's like easy to pull off.
Like guard versus super guard in Paper Mario as an example.
Exactly.
I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring news, obviously fucking DLC, but like that game also has like guard and parry and also mechanics too, and they're very like similar to that too. Like I
forgot that there's also fucking QTEs when you attack to do extra damage.
It's fucking Mario Luigi.
It's Mario and Luigi. It's Mario and Luigi action commands.
Yeah.
You have a gun? I forgot it. Oh god.
Yeah, you have a gun, a sword. And I love turn-based RPGs that have guns. I think that
this is game of the year. This is fucking game of the year. Like
Persona 5.
I'll say it now. Expedition 33 is my game of show for all three shows. I think it looks fun. And that's including the one game that they showed at Nintendo Direct. So that should tell you how excited I am.
It was easily the breakout hit of this year's E3 season.
Yeah.
Also, looking at the trailer again with the combat, it also looks like every enemy has a stagger bar as well, like a little yellow bar underneath the health bar. So there's a stagger bar as well, and it looks like you have different classes.
Man's doing a breakdown of the trailer live on the podcast.
He's watched it so many times. He's like, "Fuck it, we'll do it."
I'm watching it again.
Do it live
because there's so R1 is the parry button in combat, and R2 is a thing called gradient, which you can do different things with, I think, based off of your character. But it's just, I don't know. It made me love video games, and I already do like video games, but I was like, man, this is what passion is. This, honestly, watching that trailer gave me the same feeling as watching Hi-Fi Rush's trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Where I watched it and I went, those people love gaming. Those people love what they do. This is a passion project. I am day one.
Yeah, I hope, and if this is supposed to be the start of a new series, like they seem to be hinting at, I hope it's like the next. I want a new gaming trilogy. We don't get gaming trilogies anymore. I want like the next big RPG trilogy. Because I feel like that we need it. I need this to do well. Everyone go buy it. Even if you don't play it, buy it, please. Just have it in your backlog.
Yeah, just add it to your Steam library and then never touch it like most of your Steam games.
I don't care, but you have to talk about it.
Couple more things about the Xbox show before we move on. They showed a new trailer for Flintlock, which is for me because I really like Dash and this game looks sick.
Are you gonna get it when it hits?
I think you pre-installed it, didn't you?
I pre-installed it, yeah.
I have it pre-ordered as well. So
it comes out on the 18th of July. It looks really cool, and I'm really excited to play it. And the last thing of note, because we've gone through pretty much everything else, New Life is Strange.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Fuck yes. This one in particular caught me by surprise because I knew a New Life is Strange was going to come. These games do sell. These games do sell very well, and they're very popular. And because obviously I play them too. But this one being a new Max game is what really surprised me. I think
that's the kicker. That's the surprise.
That's the kicker. An older Max, alternate universe type of like a murder that takes place in multiple timelines, which is that's a fucking cool idea.
That's a cool concept, yeah.
Not even just for a Life is Strange game. That's just a cool idea in general. And it looks really cool. I'm wondering how this is going to take it to. I'm really excited. These games have a really strong track record. Like they haven't made a bad one yet. They're all really good. So I'm hoping this is good. It will be I don't know if it's the original Dontnod team writing Max though, and that gets me a little no, well because they don't work on Life is Strange anymore. But I'm a little concerned. I was like, the original writing team is not writing her. But from the bits in the scene in the trailer, I'm like, okay, I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Don't worry. Doesn't that come out in October?
It comes out October 29th.
God, fucking October again. Jesus. I'm gonna go broke. It's so over for me.
It's so over, man.
And that's during fucking whiff too. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have $2 in my bank account when it'll fucking
Bro, you're gonna have negative $2.
I'm not even negative $2. I'm gonna have not even negative $2. I'll have negative 1,000. I'll owe the bank. Absurd. I'll have to take out a loan from my local.
Everybody, this is Moose.
Dog.
He got himself trapped.
Yeah,
now he is free. Yeah. He is cringe, but he is free. There he goes. All right, now that we've got the special guest appearance from Moose out of the way, let's move on to the Nintendo Direct, the last big showcase of the
one where real men showed up.
Once again, Nintendo fucking swinging. Where do we even want to start with this?
The beginning with brothership.
Yeah,
Mario
and Luigi lives. Holy shit!
Apparently, it's the I don't know if it's true, but apparently the people doing it are the Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl team.
I was gonna say, the reports are that it's that development team.
That's the rumor. That's the rumor. Right
which makes my decision to actually like that game look much better in retrospect.
The reports are also saying that a lot of the original Alpha Dream staff are also working on this, which, if true, very good.
Yeah. Which actually does make me wonder if it is Ilka and if it's instead Monolith. Because one thing that a lot of people don't actually know, a lot of Alpha Dream staff actually did go to Monolith when Alpha Dream closed.
Maybe it's both. Maybe like Monolith worked on it, but like Ilka did it was like a co-development.
Yeah, there's maybe a supporting
Monolith is confirmed to be busy on a big new IP. So it could be like a code. This looks like a Brothership does not look like a huge game. Like it looks like a much admittedly a smaller title. But
yeah. I mean, for the series, it's a huge game.
I mean, for people like me, this is like peak. But like in the grand scheme of things,
the fact that Mario and Luigi lives in 2024 is the best surprise we could have ever gotten.
And looks great. It looks so good.
Was the last one Dream Team? Was that the last one that came out?
Paper Jam was the last brand new one. The last one,
I forgot about that one.
Then they made a couple of remakes.
You. Yeah,
so
the last one in its entirety was the Bowser's Inside Story remake, which was 2019.
The remake and the Bowser remake, well, which was totally fine. Pointless.
I mean,
completely
it's
pointless.
What caused them to go bankrupt. So
because nobody bought it. Like nobody was like, "Why we need this?"
Objectively, one of the worst selling Mario games of all time.
Yeah,
it just straight up is.
It was a 3DS remake of a DS game that everybody already owned.
It was 2 years into the Switch's life cycle on a dying console. If they had made that on Switch, I feel like it would have done a lot better.
Yeah, if it was on the Switch, I feel like I would have actually bought it.
Honestly, if it was Partners in Time, I think Partners in Time would have sold better because less people.
Why have they ignored Partners in Time? I don't know. I get they wanted to get the Bowser's Inside Story. Yeah, that's like the best one. But
because I think they were betting that because Bowser's Inside Story was the best selling and best received one, people would care about it more. But the problem was, everybody already played Bowser's Inside Story, and you could play it on that same console. Whereas way less people played Partners in Time, and Partners in Time had a lot more problems that could be fixed in a remake.
Yeah, it did. It did. Not to say fucking I'm excited for this on the baseline that I've liked every non-remake Paper Mario game. Not Paper Mario. Fucking Mario and Luigi. There's too many Mario RPG series. Fucking Mario,
especially on Switch now. Good God,
especially on Switch. They're all on Switch now. Jesus.
You got Super Mario RPG. You got Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Regular Paper Mario. Paper Mario Origami King. You have
Superstar
Saga. You have Brothership.
Both the Mario and Rabbids games.
Mario and Rabbids
those are there too, and both of those are actually really good too. What the fuck?
But so, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Mario and Luigi games, it goes Superstar Saga, Partners in Time,
Bowser's Inside Story, Dream Team, Paper Jam.
Paper Jam. Okay. It's very funny that the best Paper Mario game is not even since Super Paper Mario. It's not even a Paper Mario game.
It's a Mario Luigi game.
It's a Mario Luigi game. I wish Paper Mario did more in it, but that game's great. If you haven't played it.
Here's my hot take for the Paper Mario series. It's that Origami King isn't that bad.
No, Origami King is pretty
good.
Yeah,
Origami King is good. I actually quite like it. I think it's got some small issues, but none of the issues actually have to do with
I thought he was about to come out and say yo, Color Splash is super underrated. I'm like, you're fucking bluffing, dude.
Color Splash is not that bad. Sticker Star sucks, but fucking Sticker Star sucks, but Color Splash is not that bad.
I was gonna say, I was gonna come out here and go, Sticker Star is better than Thousand Year Door.
Sticker Star peak.
That's when I would literally assassinate you.
I would assassinate
Mister,
myself.
you just lost your brain privileges.
But
yeah, Mario Luigi lives, man.
Origami King's good. I don't like that fucking. I actually really like it.
Really solid comedic beats to it.
Yeah, fucking, and the fact that it's like a lot of the boss fights are really creative. I like that.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the true game of the year 2025, which is Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Shut the fuck up and get out of here.
Not Animal Crossing. Not Animal Crossing.
Yeah, fucking Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Everyone, clearly the game that swept the internet by storm. From the
that game
man,
will sell, unfortunately.
I don't know. Fucking people love Hello Kitty. That's what it is.
Nah, man. You got to hop on that Looney Tunes sports mix, my
Looney
dog.
Tunes wacky sports, my guy.
Looks like piss.
It looks dog shit.
It looks so bad, dude. I watched the trailer for it, and I'm like, this looks like a game that should have came out in like the PS3 era.
It dead ass looks like a PS2 game, dude.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
And not like an endearing way. It just looks like ass.
When I saw that trailer, I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing here, man? Why is the Switch somehow one of the best consoles of all time, and yet has the most shovelware shit?
That's just
because
how it works.
it's the Wii.
That's just how it works.
I got welcome back. Died 2013. Returned
welcome back, Nintendo Wii.
Welcome back,
boys.
Nintendo Wii.
How about Fairy Tail 2, huh? How about that?
I know a couple
in
real life
but
people
I have a friend who
that.
actually popped off of that.
There's a couple people I know who popped off of that.
Who's that friend?
Yeah, we know he's my co-host on my podcast, The Gap, which you can go listen to over on Spotify. And also
I heard that game's okay. Like
it is an anime game. That's not a fucking arena fighter. There's that. I like that it's a turn-based RPG based on Fairy Tail. I think that's cool. If you like Fairy Tail, you'll like this. If you don't like Fairy Tail, why are you playing it? Like this, you're not.
One. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, how we all feel about Donkey Kong Country Returns again.
Peak.
Nice.
I'm glad it's back.
I can't believe Donkey Kong is going to be Donkey Kong Returns is the GTA 5 of Nintendo.
It just keeps coming back.
Just place it on every console. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck
it. We'll do it live.
Donkey Kong Country Returns on the PS5. Let's go.
I will say that I appreciate that it's like a melding of both the Wii and 3DS version. I think that's very cool.
Definitive edition. Let's go. Never play the other versions ever again. Let's just play this one.
Throw that in the fucking trash.
One that I'll mention. I don't know if anybody else will, but Fantasian is free. Let's freaking go, baby! That's a big
deal because that was stuck in Apple Arcade jail for a long time,
for like 3 or 4 years or something like that.
Mm-hmm. That was stuck in far. Yeah, that was stuck there.
I think that game just in terms of like art design alone deserves to be unshackled.
Yeah.
Because
that one with the fucking dioramas.
The dioramas is the backgrounds,
Hironobu Sakaguchi's game.
That's right, the Gooch.
Never say that again.
The Gooch.
That's what people call him, the Gooch.
Only you call him that.
That's one, boys. Now we got a free Sonic Dream Team. Now we got to get Sonic Dream Team there.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
He's gonna.
That game is so much better than it has any right.
I'm gonna form a prayer circle to release fucking Sonic Dream Team from the clutches of the corpse of Steve Jobs.
What is he laughing at?
It's just something really funny about like. Just randomly being like, I'm going to create a prayer circle. I will channel the elements of the sky, earth, and seas.
He just starts placing candles around his room.
With my fellow human beings, and only then and only then shall Sonic Dream Team be
released on Steam and Switch.
Steam and
like,
Switch
just
and every
up
modern console that's not Apple fucking Arcade.
Like, just the phrase prayer circle and Sonic Dream Team is the funniest thing in my head.
It's so weird how that is like the most me-coded thing, and Matt was the one who said it.
Yeah.
Well, I said because I like Sonic too. I'm not like the Sonic Mega fan that you are, but I like, I was at the Sonic Symphony. I was popping off. You saw me. So like,
puts like a
crying.
switch. Puts like take us a picture, like puts a Switch and a Steam Deck in the middle with like 5 iPhones like forming a star around it
and a pristine copy of Sonic 06 in the middle, just ready there, ready for you, ready to be sacrificed to the gods over at Sega.
About Fantasian, actually, this is my reminder, as always. Hey, I own the last story. That game rules.
Good.
I need to pick up that game for the Wii.
Great game.
I'm gonna get that on my.
Very expensive
Isn't
nowadays,
isn't the Wii version like super fucking rare and like difficult to find nowadays?
I don't think it's that bad. Hold on, let me see.
I thought it was. It's like there is a Wii. It's not. There's a non-Xenoblade RPG on the Wii that's like exceptionally difficult to find nowadays, and it goes up like fucking $200-$300. I don't know. It might be Last Story. I don't know.
It's kind of up there. I'm looking on eBay, like $70-$80. So you're dropping a bit, but it's not like the worst.
Oh, I'm paying I'm paying what I paid for Infinite Wealth. Then okay.
Yeah. But this is just, everybody needs to play that game.
Right.
It's incredible. It's I don't know what Miss Walker's done since. Oh, Fantasian, I guess would be what they did.
Yeah. How are we feeling about Shane? How are we feeling about that new Metroidvania they showed? That new 2D
Mio. I dig it. I think it looks fucking rad, dude.
Because I saw that, I'm like, that's a Shane game.
That 100%. Like you.
That's also a me game. I thought that looks wonderful.
Like you see a game, you see like the first few seconds of a game trailer, and you know exactly if it's gonna be a Shane game or not. Because it's a 2D Metroidvania with movement tech and killer combat, and
it looks like Hollow Knight meets Ori.
Pretty much.
It's like sci-fi, and it's great. I was like, you know what? I'm fucking down. It comes out next year, and that trailer was one of my favorites of the entire show.
The only thing that can make it more of a me game is if it has roguelike elements.
Mm-hmm.
Every game has roguelike elements nowadays, though. They're all.
I mean, they turned God of War into a roguelike, so.
And also, it somehow made it really good.
Yeah,
I don't know how they did it.
Okay, guys, we got to rip the Band-Aid off. Dragon Quest III is real, and it's coming out this year.
And it looks gorgeous. And it looks gorgeous.
1 and 2 are real. They're remaking the whole trilogy. Great. I'm so down. You know how cool it is that like a modern generation is going to experience the game that literally caused the Japanese like fucking teenagers to beat each other up to near death on the streets for. Like it's incredible. I'm fucking, and they're adding stuff too. It's apparently not like remember when the DS games came out when they did 4, 5, and 6, and those were just kind of like basically the original games
1-to-1,
1-to-1. This apparently is not. It's adding a bunch of shit. It's adding new dialogue, new quest lines, new character interactions. It's basically from the ground up new game, which I'm really excited for. I think that, and they're gonna. And I want to see them do the same for 1 and 2 as well, especially 2 because 2 is way too hard. I've never been able to beat it.
I will say, I feel like this is one of, if not my favorite trailers of the entire E3 block this year. Just because of that final reveal of the key art expanding outwards to reveal 1 and 2. Yeah, that's such a great way to announce that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even though it leaked like a week ago.
If only it hadn't leaked. Damn you, Midori.
Damn you,
mystic distance.
Mystic distance.
Damn you, white American male.
Damn you, person SMT5 on stream.
In Japanese on stream, and then not allegedly using a voice changer to sound like a Japanese female, even though
I
you've
don't,
already
I
gone
don't think
on
it's
record.
bro. I don't think it's allegedly, my dude.
Using a voice changer to sound like a Japanese female, even though you've already been on Twitter and said multiple tweets saying that you are indeed an American male.
Hey, I am
Therefore,
actually a white man.
like, bro, you're cooked. You're cooked.
You backed down, but you also doubled down. So you're just down.
You know what? You know what? It's fine because Pioro self-assassinated. So
Pioro's dead.
Pioro's dead. I didn't know that the journalist was going to publish my information.
I didn't know that Jason Schreier, like the Jason fucking Schreier of Bloomberg, was going to publish my information.
What do you mean the investigative journalist did investigative journalism? That's fucking weird. Wait, why is Nintendo at my door? Why do they have guns and katanas? Why are they doing the wild dancer fighting style from Yakuza Ishin?
I can't believe Doug Bowser went over to his house personally and eviscerated him.
Literally breathed fire on him.
He picked him up and he swung him around and he went, "So long, gay Pioro."
So long, Bowser.
So long, Bowser.
I will say, this Nintendo Direct was incredible, but it also had one singular moment where I can only describe as going from like rock hard to completely flaccid in the span of like 10 seconds, because following Dragon Quest III, they had Funko Fusion.
Yes.
My favorite tweet, the clip that came from that was the one with Games Cage and Ultima, when they were live on stream.
I'm killing myself.
And they both like at the same time killing myself.
Killing myself.
Literally, the Funko and the Lego games are perfect examples of flirting versus harassment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Funko is basically just doing the same as the Lego games, but for some reason the Lego games are just like, they're charming and cute and fun. Even if it's a franchise I don't care about, they're still cute and charming and fun and wholesome. And meanwhile, Funko is like, I look at it and I'm just like, give me the flamethrower, give me the shotgun,
give me the gun. I'll do it myself.
Like. It also looks like shit too. So
it looks like ass.
It looks terrible.
Garbage.
One of the funniest things to come from this direct is that they shadow dropped a new Metal Slug game, even though they delayed Tactics like 3 times, and it's still not out.
Good? Is that game good? I haven't played it.
So I have no idea.
I enjoy it.
The new Metal Slug that shadow dropped. Like, is it good? Like,
yes, never mind. That one, yes.
Okay, good.
Okay.
But once again, like games of that era, it all like Metal Slug depends on, do you like Metal Slug?
I love Metal Slug.
Then yeah.
So
I just think it's hilarious that a completely different Metal Slug spin-off shadow dropped and we still don't have a release date for Tactics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Tactics is dead.
It's actually insane.
It's vaporware, dude. It's gone.
Yeah, it's fucking Silk Song.
Capcom took us for a ride, didn't they?
Capcom took us
for a ride. Oh god, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it.
This announcement spawned one of my favorite reactions from the whole E3 block, which was just Max losing his shit.
Yeah, MZC2, obviously the highlight of that collection, but I'm happy to see the Punisher game there.
I'm so glad that it's like a whole ass collection and not just MVC2.
Oh, it looks so awesome.
Go look up the history of the home console ports of the Punisher arcade game. It has never gotten a good home console port ever. For some reason, despite that game being one of the best arcade beat 'em ups, some people have argued maybe the best in some circles.
Oh, wow.
Has never gotten a good home console port. They've all been buggy or just not as good as. If this ends up like, I'm really glad it's here because I've played the Punisher co-op, like the Punisher arcade game once, and that's still one of my favorite arcade experiences. It's really good. It's insanely good. If you like the fucking X-Men one, it's like better than that somehow.
Good to know. because the X-Men beat 'em up is fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and it's co-op. You get to play as if you co-op. So one person plays as the Punisher, the other person plays as Nick Fury. So
cool.
Nice. Yeah. So I will be definitely getting, but I'm MGC2, man.
Yes, everyone, please buy this physically so they can't take it away from us again.
Yeah, and get it physically, and so I can play it infinitely.
So
I love
I'll lose it again.
Yeah.
Mario Party.
Mario
It's
Party
really good.
Mario Party is
looks
kind
like
of
a proper return to form.
I mean, they've been a kind of a hot streak lately. They've been slowly getting better again. With the Super Mario Party games, like they've been kind of on a hot streak. So,
so what do we got here? We got 110 mini games. We got 7 boards, 5 of which are new and 2 returning ones. There's a 20-player online like battle royale mode,
which
is hilarious. And a bunch of other side modes that they have yet to announce. But
yeah, I can't wait to play this and then throw my Joy-Cons at the nearest person when I get fucked over.
I can't wait for us to play this at Boys Night and murder Josh live.
Josh is the worst at Mario. To give you a perspective, Ryan, Josh cheats at Mario Party. I swear to God.
I mean, he's just... I don't know.
Who was it that stole... Okay, fucking... Like, last time we played someone, like, fucking... Shane was about to get a star and Spencer fucking, like... They basically stole it from him. Legitimately, like fucking just screwed him over.
I
used the warp block, I think it was. But it's
use the warp block, and you're like, please let it land on Shane, and it landed on Shane.
But you know, most games of Mario Party end with me just going deep sigh and going, leave my house. Just leave. Get out.
Just get out.
I don't want to talk to you anymore. We've had a fun weekend, but get the fuck out of my house.
I'm not driving you home.
Yeah, I'm not driving you home is what I say. I'm not... Brunner's doing it. He won.
Fucking Ace Attorney Collection, also from Capcom. By the way.
Investigation.
Yeah.
I have made a vow. That game comes out physically because when that drops... I've already pre-ordered it for the physical copy of it. When that game comes out, and I'm also going to be getting Apollo Justice sometimes later in the month as well. So the physical for that. With that, I will have owned all of the Ace Attorney games. I have the original trilogy on Switch, on Steam. So when because I'm also beginning to get it, I'm getting spoiler alert, I'm getting the Steam Deck this month. So yay. So I'll have the Steam Deck, so I'll be able to play that. I have Great Ace Attorney Chronicles on the Switch. I'll have Apollo Justice Trilogy on the Switch, and these on the Switch. When Ace Attorney Investigation drops, when I get the physical copy of it, I am going to Yakuza the entire series. I'm going to be playing through the entire series to completion from beginning to end. It'll be the first series I've done this since Yakuza. I've been wanting to get into Phoenix Wright for years. I've never played any of them. My only experience with Phoenix Wright is the anime, and I did not like the anime.
That is not good.
Outside of Eric Vale, who is a king, I just did not. I thought the anime wasn't great, but I'm so excited. Everyone tells me they're great. Everyone tells me that they're delightful, hilarious, wacky, good times.
I think the only 2 that we won't get is...
No, we'll have all of them.
No, all of them. They're literally all there now.
Dual Destinies is on the Apollo Justice trilogy.
Oh, okay. And Spirit of Justice?
Yeah. The Apollo Justice trilogy is 4, 5, and 6.
The only one that I wouldn't be able to play on the Switch is the Professor Layton crossover.
Yeah, which that's a crossover.
Which to be honest, I've played Professor Layton, so I might actually play that.
They are great.
I love Professor Layton, by the way. I love those games.
But yeah, it's not...
Those games are very different. Those games are very different. But I also love Professor Layton, by the way.
But yeah, with the investigations duology, every Ace Attorney game is not readily available.
Is there a play order for them?
Yes.
Is there
yes, there is.
Do investigations take place at a point in the timeline where I should play them? Is this like a?
Really, it's just play 1 through 6 in chronological order, and then you can kind of just do investigations and the Great Ace Attorney.
I know Great Ace Attorney are like an AU thing.
The Great Ace Attorney takes place like 100 years.
It's the Ishin of
It is
Ace Attorney.
It is quite literally a mass prequel. It is like 100 years before
the first game.
Yeah, okay. And then I know Investigations takes place during the timeline and shit. And like
correct.
Actually,
yes.
Right.
Investigations is of course famous because you play as Miles Edgeworth.
You play as the early form of Maximilian Pegasus.
Correct.
Yeah.
You play as the prosecutor, which is different.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think Investigations, does it take place in kind of like the time gap between what is it? Trials and Tribulations and Apollo Justice?
Because I know there's a time
Okay.
gap between the trilogies.
So the first Investigations Miles Edgeworth takes place between 3 and 4, and Prosecutor's Gambit, I believe, is a direct sequel to it. Yeah, it's a direct sequel.
So they're both in the time gap.
Yeah, so they take place in the time gap.
I could just play them in the time gap then. Okay.
Yeah, between Trials and Tribulations and Apollo Justice.
Yeah. Okay.
It's great though because in Dual Destinies you get to prosecute a dolphin.
Yes, you do.
Who murdered somebody?
Oh, is that the Investigations games?
Yes. That's Dual Destinies.
Okay. I was gonna say. Okay. I was gonna say because if that's the Investigations games, man, they're like fucking. These games are fucking insane.
Yeah,
but, like
already insane, and like people are already kind of getting upset because they're like changing some of the names.
The names of
they're changing somebody's exactly. They're changing somebody's name from like I'm a bad guy to like D Killer. It is like
D.
Really, those are the fucking names.
Serial D Killer.
Honestly, Eighth Attorney is a very serious game. Deeply unserious game.
There is literally a monk in the 6th game whose name like phonetically is peace, love, and understanding. Is literally.
Are you fucking
in the 6th game?
So you're telling me that these games are about to be my fucking hyperfixation for a year?
They're incredibly fun, and they have what my favorite thing about the Ace Attorney games is all of the different unique gameplay things that you have based off of your assistant. So in Dual Destinies, you have my personal favorite assistant, which is Athena Sykes, who has her mini game is she can use what's called the mood matrix, where they can search for conflicting emotions during a testimony and be like, you said this, but you're really feeling this. Mr. Dolphin, you did kill that person, didn't you?
Mr. Dolphin, you had that gun. You killed him.
Exactly. You killed him.
But guys, they also announced a new Zelda game in this direct.
I can't believe I can't believe it's a Zelda game. We have a Zelda game for the
first time in the Legend of Zelda series. We have a Zelda game.
I can't. But my favorite tweet was yes, finally a Zelda game.
Yes, the Wand of Gamelon has returned.
I was gonna say this is Wand of Gamelon erasure.
Wand of Gamelon erasure. Fucking it looks fucking wonderful.
There's several things about this, and I'm not even a Zelda guy, but there's a lot of things that I fucked with. One, the fact that they're using the Link's Awakening remake style, great choice.
Yep. Rules.
And 2, I love that they're making it more puzzle oriented. Like the
puzzle platformer.
The Echo system looks really fucking cool.
It seems to be like I was talking with a friend about this, and she said that it reminds her it's basically like they're taking the Tears of the Kingdom style of like gameplay design, which is basically just kind of do whatever, solve puzzles however you want. And translating that to 2D somehow.
Yeah, you stack those tables. You climb that castle.
I like the fact that you can just kind of make echoes of whatever and solve problems however you want.
Can she make echoes of a gun?
There's no guns in The Legend of Zelda.
Well, there should be.
My favorite thing has just been all the tweets of just like, Zelda, hit him with the table.
Hit him.
Hit him with the table. I I do like that. I think the art style is really cute. This is like I feel like when this game hits, it's gonna be like an easy top 5 in my top 10 of the year type thing. It looks. Zelda's always in my top 5 of the year, though. What am I saying? Like that's like a series that's always there for me. Most consistent big name series in the business. So
just be glad it's not Breath of the Wild Zelda who has that ability, because she would just clone Link like 5 times.
She would have 5 Link and it just clones him multiple times. I'm very excited for this stuff. It looks wonderful. Can't wait. That would have been like the best of show if it wasn't for something.
Is there anything else we want to mention before we get to the big one?
Let me see here.
Danganronpa, but not Danganronpa.
Oh yeah,
yet another one of these games.
Because
kind of good.
Yeah. Hey, look, I played Raincoat. Raincoat's actually really fun.
Raincoat was in your Game of the Year list.
Correct, because it's a really fucking solid game.
I've never played Danganronpa. I've never played Raincoat, so I don't know how he does games. But I have seen Akudama Drive, and that anime peak. So
yeah,
I'll take it.
I mean, the biggest hurdle to overcome when trying to get into Danganronpa is Danganronpa fan base.
I mean, it's getting into Danganronpa. One must first get into Danganronpa.
Yeah.
That I don't know if I'm gonna get that. To me, it looks. I no doubt it'll be good, but it also just looks like Danganronpa at home, made by the Danganronpa people.
We have
Although
Danganronpa
I do know
at home.
apparently they the main guy foreclosed his house to make the game.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like this might be a passion project, which makes me like a little more curious to check it out, because I'm like, okay, this might actually be something. Actually, whenever developers like, I went bankrupt to make this game, I immediately like, oh hey dude,
yeah.
All right, calm down.
Yeah,
calm down.
We got
the like 2 people that made Cuphead are just like, I refinanced my house like 3 times to make this game.
Exactly. Yeah.
We got stuff like Metroid Zero Mission and Perfect Dark on NSO, which that's pretty damn cool.
I wish Perfect Dark ran. I tried to run it on my Switch and it runs like shit, unfortunately.
They might need to give it some updates.
It's also Turok very cool.
Does not run well. So.
Turok never ran well, so
it runs worse somehow.
Crazy. I also love how they made an entirely new app for just those 2 games, because the poor little kiddos might accidentally boot up Turok.
I think they'll add more.
I think it's because of something with like the Japanese audience specifically, why they did something like that. From what I've heard,
they have more strict laws when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, but I think they will add more eventually. Like
Conquer.
Conquer's the big one. Conquer's the big one.
As soon as they announced the 17+ app, I'm like, they gotta put Conquer in there, right? Like that's the one.
Conquer.
I'm surprised GoldenEye actually is an M now that
GoldenEye
I think
is
about
T. GoldenEye is a
T
rated.
Which is surprising.
The reason why is actually like, so Perfect Dark and GoldenEye are obviously like very similar games because they're made by sister games. Perfect Dark is M because GoldenEye is T and not M because I don't know how much you follow. I don't follow Bond very much, but I know this because I'm in the film. I'm in the film side of things. The Eon, the people who own the Bond series, are super fucking picky when it comes to Bond. They are. No M-rated Bond stuff, no R-rated Bond stuff. Like they like none of that. Like Bond, it's like an image that they've cultivated for Bond that they want to keep. They're very, very protective of Bond. That's why we haven't gotten any Bond on like streaming shows or spin-offs or whatever. Every time they get pitched, they get none of that. Like they're very much, Bond is like movies and sometimes games, and like that's it. They're very, very protective. So like that's why GoldenEye is T, and that's probably why it's on the main system. Meanwhile, Perfect Dark can get away with the blood because it's an original IP.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what other M-rated games are even on the N64 now.
There's a couple. Doom 64 definitely.
But that's on the eShop, so I don't even know if they would add that.
Yeah, probably not. If they add it on NSO, it'll be very funny though. I feel like fucking I'm actually curious. I'm looking this up because I'm actually
M-rated N64 games. What is there?
Turok 2.
Yeah, Turok 2.
Yeah.
They could do Resident Evil 2, which would actually be really cool.
True.
The N64 version of it. Yeah.
Conquer.
Conquer's the big one.
I think Conquer is the big one, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like when you think mature N64 games, Conquer's the first one.
Yeah, Conquer's really like the big one. There were Mortal Kombat games on the N64, could do that.
Sub-Zero's Revenge or whatever the fuck.
The fucking fucking Shadow Man, maybe.
Katana.
Katana, yes.
John Romero's gonna make you his bitch.
You know what I hope? I hope they put Daikatana there just for the memes. I hope they do it. Fucking that. Oh my god, the fucking N64 South Park.
I saw that the N64 South Park game.
Yeah, that's not coming to there 100% due to licensing. But I hope that game comes just so people can play it and remember how bad that game actually is. It's really bad. It sucks.
I don't know though. I almost feel like Parker and Stone, if Nintendo came to them and asked about that, they would go like, "Lol, that's funny. Let's do it."
They would, yeah. Well, yeah, Parker, they would actually, yeah. I mean, they talked about that game as like they mentioned in interviews for Stick of Truth when they would talk about the N64 game. They're just like, "LOL, that shit sucked." Like they were like, "This is the worst thing we've ever seen." Yeah.
But guys.
But yeah.
Yes.
Every direct ends with a bang.
It lives.
Every direct ends with a prime. A prime game.
Metroid Prime.
A Metroid Prime 4.
4 Beyond.
It's alive.
It's not vaporware. It's alive.
I'm gonna be completely real with you. I've told these to Ryan. This is what happened when I watched the direct. They were like, "We have one more announcement," and I'm like, "If it's not Metroid Prime." And sure enough, it was Metroid fucking Prime.
No, what happened is I got one more thing. A part of me was like, okay, I didn't want to get my hopes up from Metroid. I actually thought I did get my hopes from Metroid Prime. I was like, okay, it's probably going to be something like, it's probably going to be like something like maybe
Fire
like
Emblem.
It's like the Fire Emblem 4 remake, like the genealogy remake that's been like that's apparently done and it's sitting on a shelf at Nintendo somewhere.
That might be in the September direct.
Yeah, or and if it was Prime, I was gonna like, okay, it's gonna be like 2 and 3 remastered or something like that.
That's what I thought at first.
Which are also apparently done and sitting on a shelf somewhere in Nintendo. But then I saw like the fucking Galactic
Federation.
Galactic Federation, and I literally was like,
locked
in. I locked in so hard that I almost like ground my feet into like then the graphics showed up and Samus showed up and I screamed. Yeah. I lost.
The funny thing is, I didn't realize it was Prime 4 until I saw Silux, partially because my mind was racing so much because I literally went right off work to watching the direct because as I explained in my reactions, I couldn't watch it live. So I basically just went dark on Twitter all day to get completely blind reactions. And my mind was racing and couldn't really process it. I was thinking it was Prime 2 because my mind was remembering, okay, an early part of Prime 2, you see Galactic Federation soldiers getting fucked up and it's shown to be by the Ing. So it was like, okay, is this the opening to Prime 2? But then looking back on it, I was like, no, wait, that's the ship in Prime 3 that she flies in on. Yeah, so that's what should have
she flies in on Prime 3 ship. And I knew for a fact that it was Prime 4 mainly because one, that looked way too good to be a remaster. I'm just saying. Like I know Metroid Prime Remastered looked amazing, but that looked really good. And second, those I was like the people you're shooting at, I'm like, those are space pirates. I don't recognize any of this. Yeah. And then Silux showed up, and I'm just like, one. Awesome that Metroid Prime Hunters and Federation Force of all things are now required games to understand the plot of Metroid Prime 4. Second, great that the one Federation Force defender is finally vindicated, and second,
to be fair, I don't think that game has near as much hate as it used to back in the day. Now that Metroid's in a fine state.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, the game's pretty. It's fine. Like it's cute. It's cute, and it's cute. It plays really well. That's the important thing. It plays really. But like it looks wonderful. I love it to come out next. I'm still betting on the horse that it's a multi-plat.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
I think it's their big launch title. I feel like
it's gonna be a Breath of the Wild for the next console. Yeah,
100%. Love that Metroid can be a launch title. Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Yeah, I'm calling Switch 2 launch title. The two big things are the next new mainline 3D Mario, which is exclusive to Switch 2, and
I don't know if that's going to be done. I don't know if that's going to be done in time. It doesn't.
No, I think it would. Dude, it's been like fucking 7 years since Odyssey. It's been like 7 years.
If it's not ready for launch, it's 100% going to be like.
If Midori is right, one of the launch titles is going to be Breath of the Wild HD, which is very funny. That's peak.
Killing myself.
I mean, that's peak Nintendo, though.
And it's somehow still not as bad as The Last of Us 2 remastered.
It will still sell. It will still sell, and still somehow sell like fucking 10 million copies.
But yeah, I'm thinking the next mainline 3D Mario, which is exclusive to Switch 2, and Prime 4 is cross-gen.
Yeah, and then maybe if they want to be funny, put the Fire Emblem remake, Fire Genealogy remake on Switch 2 instead. It's possible.
Potentially.
I mean, apparently it's been done, but maybe they're waiting to put it on the Switch too. I think that's a problem. I mean, they already got like a bunch of Fire Emblem games on the Switch. I think that they could just wait.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably trying to decide when to reveal the Switch 2, because we're probably gonna see that within like the next
same time as they did the first Switch, like September, October.
Yeah, I'd say like the next 4 or so months is when we probably see the Switch 2, because I'm banking on they basically drop at the same time as they did the Switch 1. Basically for the.
I'm thinking reveal in October and then launch in like March or something. Just like
late
the first
March. I'm thinking like late March, early April.
Yeah, basically they just
said they said fiscal year, right?
Yeah.
So that's before April of next year.
Yeah, because sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think this is gonna be a very, very smooth transition from one console to another. Like it's almost like just
we fucking hope.
Yeah, just gonna like almost like glide into the Switch 2 because like they're still putting out like huge games right now. Like we're getting a brand new Mario and Luigi later this year. Like they're not like just completely giving up.
For what's supposed to be the last full year of a dying console, dude, the lineup's cracked.
Yeah, the lineup is really cracked. Like they went all out. They went all out on that. I was shocked that they did not show, by the way, 20 minutes of Luigi's Mansion 2.
I 100% was expecting it, man. I saw it pop up, and I'm like, okay, how long are they going to go on this? It comes
They're really hiding They're really hiding the bad mission structure of that game.
Whereas the Wii U in its dying year was like
the Wii U was like that the year it came out. That it was DOA on arrival, dude. Poor Wii U. Never got a chance to spread its wings. Gone. We took it out the pasture.
Put F in chat for Wii U.
For the Wii U. Yeah, unfortunately.
But yeah, that Nintendo Direct, very, very good. A lot better than I think most people were expecting, honestly.
Yeah, I think most people were expecting remasters because they're like, it's the last year of the Switch. We'll get some cool remasters and stuff.
Yeah.
Fucking. I feel like if they had shown Metroid Prime, if they had just shown remasters and stuff like, the Metroid Prime remasters and stuff, I think people would still been satisfied. People would have been like, what? It's the last year. Good to have these on here.
But instead, boom, new Mario and Luigi.
Instead,
boom, new Zelda. Instead, boom, Metroid Prime 4.
Still shedding tears for my Kid Icarus Uprising HD.
Kid Icarus fans, it's so Jover.
I've go full Wings of Redemption. I want it so fucking bad.
We'll get him next time.
If you reveal Kid Icarus Uprising HD, my life is yours.
You saw my tweet. You saw my tweet of
my life is yours.
But that concludes like the main shows of quote unquote E3. Of course, there's other shows that happened. There was the Sony State of Play, there was Ubisoft Forward, the Devolver Direct, the PC gaming show. Is there anything anyone else wants to bring up in terms of the smaller stuff?
There's only two things. There's only really two things I want to bring up. There's that new game from the Hyperlight Drifter people that they showed at Devolver, which looks incredible. Insane.
I can't believe they're making that and Hyperlight Breaker at the same time.
And the other thing is, I am nothing but a Star Wars shill because Star Wars Outlaws looks fucking great. It looks so good. Turns out when Ubisoft actually tries, they have the juice.
Yeah.
And it's usually the same people. It's the massive. What team is it? It's a massive working on Outlaws.
Massive, yeah.
It's the same people that did Frontiers of Pandora, which was also really good.
Yeah, that game was pretty good. I played it.
Fucking what sold me on Outlaws is the fact that it's like a completely reactive game. It's not like it's fucking, I am nothing but a Star Wars shill, unfortunately. So
unfortunately, it's a very big character flaw, but we deal with it.
Look, man, the fan base is in fire, is in fucking flames right now. I gotta take like any good news that I can fucking take it. But yeah, outside of that wasn't a whole lot. Mainly because most of them didn't really have anything to show. It's a transitionary period.
I will say I want to bring up the Devolver Direct because of course the Mad Lads at Devolver always put on a great show. This year was no exception.
It was like a character set. It was like Joker. It was like
really
their version of Joker. It's like I don't know what the fuck they would do.
Like what's in the attic?
I would say, wasn't it like a continuation of the Volvi stuff from?
Not really. It was like, okay, it kind of was, but like it was also like a character study about like this weirdo fan of Volvi who may or may not be a serial killer.
Who may or may not have someone like bound and gagged in their attic dressed up as Volvi.
Yeah, see, that's so Devolver has arcs that
they have lore.
They have lore that the conferences go through. And Nina Smothers was the first trilogy. We had
that saga is now over.
That is now all over. We are now in the Volvi trilogy, in which on my bed somewhere, I have my Volvi t-shirt. He has one big hand for gaming.
For gaming and nothing else.
And nothing else. That's
I will say
I love Devolver, dude. I fucking love just everything they do.
One of my favorite parts of the whole week was there's a scene where he's watching an episode of the Volvi animated series, and Volvi like burrows up from the ground. They're like, Volvi, we thought you were executed by the head of state. No, I was not.
But enough about that.
It was so good.
I want to see like
other
them
companies as unhinged.
Like, I want them to make like a full episode of like the Volvi show and have it be like
and they posted it online as like a real thing. Like you can go watch it on their YouTube.
You can go, hell yeah.
To borrow from Spider-Man the Animated Series, the reports of my demise were greatly exaggerated.
The reports of my demise were greatly fucking. I love fucking. But yeah, the Devolver show is always a lot of fun. Even if I think that this year the game showcase they had was a little weaker than usual.
There two standouts for me. One was Possessions by the Heart Machine,
which day one
insane.
Day one.
And the other one that they showed, which Spencer will 100% agree with me, Tenjutsu.
Yes.
Oh, okay, never mind. Tenjutsu. I forgot about that actually.
Yeah,
I actually forgot they showed that.
So it's a 90s styled anime beat 'em up roguelike from the gameplay designer of Dead Cells, and that's all you had to say. That's all you had to do to sell me.
That game. Yeah, that game does look good. Unfortunately, the first way I heard about that game was like that tweet that kind of went around of, oh my god, I'm so sick of indie roguelike, because it was someone basically bitching that like the opening cutscene looked way better than the actual game itself.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That guy can go pound salt.
I love Dead Cells, so like I'll be excited for that. So I'm really excited. That game looks great.
In terms of everything else, not really much to show up. Ubisoft is Ubisoft. Whatever.
PlayStation didn't really do much.
State of Play kind of sucked other than Astrobot.
Yeah, Astrobot.
But yeah,
That's just
Astrobot did look great.
Yeah, Astrobot looked great, but other than that, they didn't have anything to show. They're clearly waiting for like next year or something like that. Bad showing from them.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So to bring it back to the beginning, how we feel about this gaming summer bonanza.
Man, I miss E3.
That's gonna be throughout the podcast. I in real time thought of a thumbnail idea. The title is gonna be "Man, I Miss E3," and it's gonna be Wolverine with the picture, and it's gonna have
E3. No. You do the Omni-Man meme that's been going around. I think I miss E3.
I miss E3.
Okay, I think I miss E3. Yes.
Man, I miss E3.
Which funny story, I'll fully admit, when I first saw that meme, I thought it was J. Jonah Jameson because Omni-Man kind of looks like him with the white streaks on his side.
Voiced by the same guy.
And I thought it was J. Jonah Jameson saying, "I think I miss Spider-Man."
I think I miss Spider-Man.
I think I miss Spider-Man.
Spider-Man was a hero. I just never could see it then. He was a thief, a criminal. He stole my suit. He's a menace to the entire city. I want that Rebsler. I was prosecuted. Strung up by his web.
Oh my god.
Incredible.
But yeah, it was alright.
It's
alright this year.
It's alright.
I'm just looking forward to the September Nintendo Direct now.
There's good games, there's bad games. In other words,
gaming.
It's gaming. You know what? Maybe it's more like E3 than I thought.
Yeah. But with that said, guys, I think we can wrap things up here because we've pretty much exhausted everything we could talk about Uncle Jeff's big summer blowout. Let us know what you thought of Uncle Jeff down in the comments. Down there. Yeah, right there. Down there, Spenny. Yeah, good job. Good job, buddy. Look at these fucking idiots. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Bearded Banter. Thank you all very much for watching. I am Shane, the Bearded One, your host. You can find me here on YouTube, youtube.com/Bearded Gaming Network. You can also find me on Twitter at Bearded Gaming N and on Twitch, twitch.tv/The Bearded Gaming Network, where I did stream. It did happen. I streamed for a big Sonic's birthday. And we determined that Sonic Mania is the best Sonic game ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Based. Who could have seen that coming?
Based.
And we did Sonic Roulette. I really want to do that again. Maybe not Sonic Roulette, but I want to do that idea again because it was really fun.
Just for the roulette, just put a bunch of random games. Don't just put Sonic. Like, make it a whole bunch of games. Mix it in with good and bad games too, so you never know what you're gonna get.
That's a great idea, actually. I'm gonna steal that and make it my own content.
Hell yeah, do it, and don't credit me.
I won't. I will not credit Matt, aka Legion Rex, who you can find on Twitter at Legion Rex, where he shares all of his different opinions on different media.
Lots of anime girls too.
So many. You can also find him. Oh, Mega Man Roulette's a really good idea.
Oh, there's some dog shit there for Mega Man.
You could get 03 or X6. Which will you get?
Oh no, do get Mega Man and Bass.
I would actually kill
X6
myself.
Would be worse. X6 would be worse.
X6 is worse, I agree. Like I said, Matt, Legion Rex, you find him on Twitter at Legion Rex. You'll also find him on YouTube, youtube.com/Legion Rex, as well as on Twitch, twitch.tv/Legion Rex, where he occasionally streams. Maybe. Who knows?
I don't know.
At this point, you and I stream about the same.
Yeah, which is not at all.
We don't. We don't.
I love how you streamed for your own mental health. Meanwhile, I streamed out of protest because OBS sucks.
It really it is awful. We should definitely boycott open broadcast software.
It hates my computer, dude. It hates it so much.
Let's go Fraps!
No, unregistered hypercam.
Unregistered hypercam 2.
Let's go.
Also joining us is my other co-host, Ryan, the NCS Master. You can find him on Twitter at the NCS Master, where he posts a whole bunch of memes in general, gaming discourse. You can also subscribe to him on YouTube, youtube.com/the NCS Master, where he posts different kinds of gaming videos. He just posted an E3 direct reaction. Go watch that. He's very hype. He's
More
extremely
hype than I am
hype.
right now because I'm very tired.
Fair enough. You got to work tomorrow. I get it, man.
And it's nearly 11 o'clock.
Is it actually nearly?
Yeah.
Oh
it is
yeah,
10:45, brother.
Shit. And of course, as always, with us is Spencer. You can find him on Twitter at BerryBurn with 2 E's.
2 E's.
Which where you can't see the cosplay pictures anymore because you
Can't see my likes anymore. Yeah.
Elon got rid of likes, the bastard.
I agree. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to, and then I'm going to continue on with, and then after that, I'm going to.
This is the best bit you've ever done, man.
Thank you.
You can do that now because he's on cam.
Because I'm on cam, you can see me. Anyways, I'm gonna kill Elon Musk.
Thanks, man.
Back to you.
Incredible.
Fucking hell, man.
End the episode.
We are a wonderful crew of creatures over here, man.
For legal reasons, I'm gonna continue to do it. I'm still gonna do it. Watch your back, Elon.
Enough. Okay, he's gonna watch your back, Elon Musk.
In Minecraft.
Anyway, we'll see you next time for more bearded banter bullshit. See you. Bye. Everyone wave bye. Fuck it, I'm ending the episode. I don't care anymore.